I don't know if you guys can hear me. I need to do an audio check real quick. Having a little bit of problems with my background too. The damn curtain won't stay up. I don't think anybody's watching yet. Let's see. YouTube. Got my headphones on. Gotta wear my headphones to look cool, right? My headphones on. Why the fuck is it using that thumbnail? Okay. Alright, so the audio sounds good. Alright. Cool, dude. Cool shit, dude. I'll wait just a few more minutes to see if anyone else wants to show up. Show up. Since it is a Q&A, I kind of need people to be here. Otherwise, I'm going to just be answering my own questions. And I'll make them really easy so I always get them right. Actually, I had the first couple questions I was going to do were from yesterday's video. So I guess I could go ahead and start. Alright, fuck it. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Sir Hunt's Reviews. My name is Mark, and this is going to be a Game of Thrones Season 7 live stream. Q&A. Maybe I'll share some stuff with you guys. Some content I happened upon. That makes sense. Some shit that I found the other day on YouTube that's really entertaining. It involves the Mountain and a little fighter you all might know named Conor McGregor. They're like sparring. I don't know. You guys have probably already seen the video. It's been out for a few months now, but I haven't. Or I mean, the first time I saw it was the other day. So yeah, it's a pretty fucking awesome video. They're sparring, but honestly, you would think the Mountain would fucking own this dude, but he's kind of like rope-a-doping him. And they're not obviously too serious, but they were actually hitting each other. Like, yeah, you could tell the Mountain was getting fucking tired, dude. It's probably what makes sense, like, you know, when they had him fighting Oberyn, how Oberyn was basically tiring him out. That would make sense. And especially with a suit of armor. He's not even wearing a suit of armor in this video, and obviously it's not, you know, choreographed and for a TV show. It's real shit, but that's probably how it would have went down in real life, because honestly, the Oberyn was known as the Viper, and Conor McGregor is a short little Irish dude with fucking hands and fucking knees and fucking feet. I mean, like, he can kick and knee and punch really hard, so yeah. And he's quick. He's fast. He's a fast little fucker. Let me see how many people are watching right now, if there's anyone watching right now. Let's see. Who we got? Unable to connect to chat. What the fuck does that mean? Is there no live? No, there should be. Just give me a second here. There should be a chat box. If there isn't, I'm gonna have to end this and then. Oh wait. Oh no, there is a chat box. Why does it look like that? Why is it in 720p? What the fuck, dude? No way. No way. What? Dude. It's supposed to be 1080. Did YouTube, like, do something to their fucking thing since the last time I streamed? Let me look up at the camera directly so I can see what my face looks like. Because this is going to piss me off. What? It doesn't look that bad, but it's supposed to be 1080p. I see there are people here too, but for some reason this fucking thing won't let me connect to the oh, that's why. Damn. Shit. I'll just have to look at the chat on my phone. Alright, so it's in 720p, 60 FPS for whatever reason. You know what? Let me see if it's something I did here. No, it should be 1920 by 1080. Oh, that's fucking me up. I've become vain when it comes to my live streams. It has to be 1080p. All right, so yeah, let's get some questions flowing. All right. I promise this isn't my first live stream. I know it probably seems like that. All right, so this question is from... And see, I had all the questions ready too. But yeah, so let's see. All right, so this is actually... I responded to the comment, and then they had responded to my response comment. And this is what it was. This is from Shertavia Higgs, and she says, Qyburn isn't a maester, so that won't save him. And she's referring to, in the video, I had briefly mentioned that Qyburn, I believe he's going to die. But what may save him, this was from my, what will the death toll be? My last video, the one from yesterday. Oh yeah, let me share that with you guys real quick. All right, so what I've been doing for this past week, other than like this morning, because I knew I was going to live stream. The past week, I've been dropping videos every morning at 5 a.m. East Coast Standard Time. Reason being is because I'm trying to bump my YouTube channel back up in the rankings, and the only way to do that is with consistency. So my new upload schedule, like, you know, it's still under works, but it's pretty much going to be Sunday through Thursday, 5 a.m. East Coast time. You'll always get a video from me. From now, pretty much until the season ends, because that's just how it's going to be. Unless I'm able to get to Con of Thrones, and then which that will probably mess up the upload schedule a little bit because I'll just be constantly uploading shit that weekend. But anyway, the video was called What Will the Death Toll Be? And like I just mentioned, I said that Qyburn is likely going to die, but what may save him is the fact that Daenerys may actually need his expertise, which meaning like someone in her crew is either going to be near death or like dead already. So that might actually save him. So the commenter, Shertavia, said, Qyburn isn't a maester, so that won't work. And then I was like, not technically, but Dany will need someone with healing skills that can certainly do that. And she responded with, why would she trust him? And that's the question I'm actually going to answer. All right, so trust is a tricky thing. And sometimes when two people are forced into a dire situation where it's like life or death, you kind of just have to go with it. So that would be the way that she wouldn't trust him, but she has no other choice. You know what I mean? So she's almost forced herself into a corner. But Qyburn will likely be taken out. Let's see. Next question is from... Let me look at the chat to see if there's any questions popping up in there. No, I don't want to do a dual window. What the fuck does that even mean? Shout out to Chris Fellows. Shout out to John T. Savage. Shout out to Amber. How are y'all doing? Thank you for joining me on this lovely, lovely morning. I guess we should say top of the morning to you. I'm just kidding. Oh, man, I want to watch this Conor McGregor fight again. That shit was awesome. It wasn't even like a fight. It was like a sparring match. But I don't know how that'll work with YouTube's algorithm. So maybe I'll wait to do that because, let's see. It was like... I don't know. It was a super secret live stream. Like, I deleted it a few hours afterwards. But basically, I live streamed me singing karaoke for 2.5 hours. And I had to delete the video because I played a little bit. I played like 14 fucking songs, and they all got copyright strike. So I deleted the video. I didn't want to risk the chance of getting 14 copyright strikes on my channel. So yeah. But I don't know if I want to play that Conor McGregor video because that same thing will fucking happen. But if you guys haven't watched it, go watch it. It's awesome. Just go to YouTube and type in Conor McGregor versus the Mountain. And it's like the first video or something that will pop up. Let's see if we got any questions flowing yet from the chat. Okay, so this one's from Amber Littlefield. And she says, okay, have you seen the theory that the House of Black and White is the largest blood sacrifice ever? And that there is a Weirwood temple and the lowest... No, I have not seen that theory. I do... Let me, hang on. So you're saying everyone that comes into the House of Black and White is basically a blood sacrifice? I know that they have the old gods, like, up on the wall. They have, like, pretty much all the religions of Westeros up on the wall. That's a fucking insane theory, and I must ask you a question in response. Bionic Man. But yeah, no, where the hell did you hear that at? Because that's a good fucking theory. I might actually, I was looking for an idea to do my Sunday video on, and I think I might do that. That's insane. That is insane. Where did you hear that theory at? That's nuts. Where did you hear that at? I must know more. Please tell me more. That would be so. What would who's benefiting off that? Like, who's getting all of the return magic, if you will, from all those blood sacrifices? Like, is it just keeping? Is that what allows the faceless men to keep on doing what they're doing? The fact that they don't. That's nuts. Where did you hear that at? What is that? What the fuck is that? Oh, I forgot. Oh, man. I'm so excited. Look. All right, so look. Con of Thrones here. Look, I'm going to do this. This is a crazy live stream. It's not going to be organized. So I might actually take the monetization off of it after I finish because, well, you know, it's not up to my standard. My live streams, once the fucking show starts, are gonna be off the chain. They're gonna be fucking lit, son. And honestly, since no one really fucks with me like that, I'll probably be the only face you'll see. So that'll be my difference. Everyone else is gonna have, like, probably Google Hangouts, which will be just as a... I'm not talking shit about no one, because honestly, with Con of Thrones coming up, there's a lot of people that will be there. So, you know, if I have problems, I don't, you know... I'm more of a face-to-face type person. But yeah, so anyway, that'll keep my live streams for the show different. Is it'll just be me, probably look just like this, and then the background will be pictures from the episode, not this fucking black thing right here. Well, no, that'll still be there. I don't know, I might use my chroma key. But yeah, so anyway, my phone just lit up because I just got a new donation from Carrie McDonald to my GoFundMe page. And I know everyone's like, GoFundMe, and I actually posted the my GoFundMe thing on the yesterday. What is that? The Thrones Amino app, which is also something that I need to promote. I want to do a video specifically on that to show you guys. I use that app to promote my videos, and I also like to chit chat with the fans and, you know, other people. But so yeah, basically what Con of Thrones is, if you aren't aware, it is an event in which it will be hosted at the... See, my video, I said Gay Opry House or something like that. I don't know what the hell I said, but that's not the name of it. The name of it is Gaylord Opryland Resort and Convention Center. And it looks awesome because there's like some river that goes through it. I wonder if there will be anyone who gets too drunk and is wearing like a costume, like a Game of Thrones costume, and they're sitting there drinking, you know, like massive amounts of beer and shit, and then they fall in the river. That would be funny. I mean, not really, but I don't drink, so I would be laughing my ass off. I want to mingle with a whole bunch of like drunk Game of Thrones fans and like maybe other YouTubers. I don't drink myself. I might drink while I'm there though. I might fucking drink while I'm there. I don't know. It's not like you can go to that type of event and then have them offer special Game of Thrones like craft beers or craft wine or some shit. I don't even... Is craft wine even a thing? I don't know. And then, you know, kind of refuse that. So I might, I don't know, but it would be hilarious if we saw someone in like a fucking... Let's see, what will be a popular costume there? Probably like Jon Snow or Dothraki. There'll probably be a lot of Dothraki there. If they're like just fucking hammered and they're like swaying back and forth, and then all of a sudden you just hear a big splash and then someone fell in the river. But yeah, so this is like a Comic-Con, if you will, but strictly for Game of Thrones fans. And it's awesome because not only have they gotten some major fucking names, such as, I'm scrolling past them right now, we have Carice Van Houten, Ramsay, Liza fucking Aaron. You can see their real names right there, so I'll say the show names. We have Jan Royce, Shireen Baratheon, who everyone says I fucking look like. This guy right here. I don't even know how to say his name. I think he's Greek. Miltos Urolimu. Yeah, that's how you say it. Serial Pharrell. I don't see the resemblance. I see the curly hair, I see the brown skin, but I don't see the resemblance otherwise. My nose slopes down more. It's got a little bit more of a curl to it. I'm fucking excited about this thing. Reason being is because I've already raised, like, a decent amount of money towards it. My goal was $800. I've already, I think, got $75 to it, and I've had 3 people donate, which is fucking awesome, and I want to give a shout out to them right now. I'll just say their first name because I'm not sure if they're cool with me saying their last name. Special thank you to Lynn, special thank you to Joe, and special thank you to Carrie. You guys are fucking awesome, and you're gonna make this possible. What I'm gonna have to do, actually, I had my Patreon Lynn, in contributor to the Count of Thrones. She's actually already purchased my tickets, so the tickets are already ready to go. So what I will be using that other part of the money for is to get a banging fucking camera to upload like nice videos. If I use my phone camera the whole time, it will look straight because this is actually a 4K camera. The problem is it'll die within like maybe 30 minutes of shooting. So let's say I'm like filming. I'm waiting in line for an hour and a half, and I get right before I get up to like I'm like 10 feet away from Melisandre, and I'm like, hey, let's take a selfie, girl. Let's take some selfies, girl, so I can put them in every single YouTube video and get lots of views, and I'll use it for the thumbnail. My phone will fucking die. It'll die. So instead of having that to worry about that happen, I'm going to purchase a camera and have a legit source of like being able to film shit. But yeah, I've been neglecting this chat. You guys are like, dude, no one cares. Fucking let's answer some Game of Thrones questions. Hell yeah. Okay. What's up, Sarah Hunts? I like that one. I might start going by that. All right, so there are a few more questions. This is from. Okay, so yeah, that question from Amber. Please let me know where you. What the fuck? Why? Okay, let me know where you saw that theory at. I want to do a video on that. Like, I don't even want to talk about it too much in this video because I've already got some ideas roaming around in my head, and I want to keep them for that video. But yeah, let me know where you got that theory from, whether it was on Reddit or wherever. Please type in the chat. This next question is from Nameless Hero, and it says Q&A. What will be the role of Gendry in Season 7? Is he going to reclaim the Stormlands, or is he going to stay with Arya? Now, I actually can't answer that question because my video for Saturday is about Gendry and any type of potential relationship he may have. But I'll just say this. I think once the whole War for Dawn is over, if he survives, I definitely think he's going to be given Stormlands by either Jon or Daenerys, or whoever the fuck sits the Iron Throne. Unless it's Cersei, he will likely get the Stormlands. Because that's his whole... That's the only reason why he'd be brought back, is to help kind of take away Cersei's claim to the throne. Because she's not married to Robert anymore. All of Robert's kids are dead. So if this person is proven a bastard, basically by being chased by the Gold Cloaks, that's kind of like really the only way, other than, he looks like Robert. He's got the strongest claim to the throne as of right now. Well, no, that's not true. I guess Daenerys would have a stronger claim. Let's see. Oh, okay, so you already did tell me. I need to pay attention to the chat more. You already did tell me where you got that from. The Order of the Green Hand. They're a YouTube, it's like 2 of them, a woman and a male. I watched like 3 minutes of some of their content the other day. All right, so I guess I can't really do a video. Well, I mean, shit, we all share, dude, we all share videos. If you're a Game of Thrones YouTuber and you're worried about someone copying off your video, find a new line of like hobby or work or whatever you want to call this shit, because you can't let that get to you. If you do, you'll just like get into a mood where you don't want to make any kind of videos because you're worried about people copying off you. Nah, you share the same fucking media. So there's only so many ideas that can go back and forth before someone else has that same idea. They might have never seen your shit, and they're just like, they came up with it on their own, and you're like, oh no, fuck that. You copied me because I said it. Nah, can't do that. But yeah, so yeah, I'm like basically talking to myself out loud. Holy shit. Special thank you to Amber Little. I've had one other super chat. That's awesome. Thank you, Amber Littlefield. That's why do I say Littlefield? Littlefinger. See? When people give me shit, it makes my brain all fuck up. I'll mess up. I'll screw up. I don't know. Whatever word works. What? Wait a second. No way. No way, Chris. No way, dude. Are you serious? All right, so Chris Fellow says they won't let you use... You can only use their cameras? What if their cameras suck? That's no way, dude. There's no fucking way. How the hell did that work? You mean to take pictures of the celebrities, but not to just film everything? That's crazy. So if you can only use their cameras to film inside Con of Thrones, that will honestly piss me the fuck off. Like, really badly. Because this shit is expensive. I should be able to walk around butt-ass naked and rub my dingling on stuff if I wanted to because of how expensive it is. That's nuts. I think I'm just misreading that. I think you're saying you can only use they'll take the pictures with the celebrities and then they'll give them to you or something. I think that's what you mean. Shout out to Jacqueline. No doubt, nameless hero. That's what I'm here for. All right, so what I'll do now is go back to the I gotta make this interesting. I want to make this live stream interesting. I don't want to make it boring. Let's see, this question is from Stephanie Voith, and she says, what about the fate of the sand snakes? So just to kind of be cool with it, we'll do this. She's referring to these motherfuckers right there. These motherfuckers right... Oh, that is a blurry-ass picture. Oh. Man. I like the response that someone had actually given her because it was pretty clever. The response was from James Hyatt, and he said... They should all die except for the one that flirted with Bronn because he deserves his prize. That's hilarious. So basically, I'm going to agree with that. Most sand snakes, if not all of them, will die. I think they will just because they knew they fucked up that plot so much. We honestly don't have time to hear their terrible accents. Jessica Henwick is really pretty, but she's also on Iron Fist with your boy, the Tyrell, the freaking... Yeah. I actually like that show. I don't necessarily like Daredevil, and Jessica Strange was straight, and Luke Cage was basically like a blaxploitation show. They try to add in all these fucking like urban references to try to relate to the black audience more, and it's fucking annoying. It's not. I'm black myself. I don't need that. I get it. Netflix, you have a comic book character who's black in a comic book that was based off of black either supervillains or superheroes. We get it. You don't need to fucking play to that. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, why is that the only show that you have a hip-hop soundtrack to? Well, that's not true. Iron Fist had a few hip-hop songs in it. But I think that's because his buddy is Luke Cage, so they have to, like, relate to... I don't know. But anyway, Jessica Henwick has another job, so if she does die, I don't really feel sorry for her. The other two are also attractive. So, if you're attractive, I don't think you should be killed right away. I'm sounding like a pig right now. I should have made that guideline like I wanted to. This was gonna be a really good stream. Keyword was. I've been gaining some decent traction too. Like, all my videos pretty much have 1,000 views, which I guess that means that my subscribers are coming back from being in hiding all this time. So yeah, let me look at the chat and see if there are some more questions that I can answer. I don't think you guys like the sand snakes too much. Everybody in the chat is saying they're pieces of shit. They need to get off the show. John T. Savage says Jessica Henwick is good in the show, but he doesn't believe the fact that she can bash the shit out of a 6 foot, 100 kilogram, like 6 foot, 200 pounds. Well, 200 pounds, not using the metric system. So, 100 kilos. That's not believable. I totally agree with you on that. There's I think it's in the first or second, maybe third episode, there's a scene where she's fighting this massive dude inside a cage, and he punches her in the forehead, and she just shakes the shit off. I was like, oh my fucking God, are y'all serious? Like, no way, dude. Maybe if she had like a fucking headband on, I might have believed it, but that shit's nuts. I'm a fighter myself, so when I see certain shit, I'm not a professional fighter by any means, no, but I take UFC classes, and I have been for like the past 4 years, so I can say I'm a fighter. When I see shit like that, I'm like, dude, no way. That's not, I agree with that. But yeah, so back to Game of Thrones. Let's get some Game of Thrones questions being asked in the chat. She says, John T. Savage says, she's not a superhero, she's just a regular girl, good at fighting. Chris Fellow said, anything related to Dorne is dead, which, I mean, spoilers, plot leak, they get wiped out. Like, I won't go into too many details, but according to that plot leak, they get wiped out pretty early on, actually, too. Amber says, I love the Sand Snakes in the books. Hell yeah. Honestly, almost any character that you don't like on the TV show, usually their novelization, or, it wouldn't be called novelization because the novels came out before the show, but usually their novel counterpart, that's what I wanted to say, is a lot better. Perfect example, Stannis Baratheon. Stannis on the show, I mean, obviously the way Dan and Dave interpreted him as is like a psycho, religious, like, you know, psycho almost type situation. And they killed him. And I mean, you could just tell the way that they had him killing or burning Shireen as opposed to, I think it's totally different in the books. It's more of like, I thought somebody was trolling me real quick. I was about to say, dude, are you serious? I don't fuck with nobody. Why are y'all fucking with me? Some of my videos have been getting a ridiculous amount of fucking dislikes, and I kind of know what the deal is. Because it'll have like 3 or 2, and then it just jumps to 30. And if you look at my dislike to like ratio in my videos, you could tell it's like certain people only dislike. Because each video has like 20 dislikes or like 30 dislikes. So you can tell you guys are making it fucking obvious, whoever. Whatever. And also, they are genuine dislikes for people that don't like the video. Those happen. And I know that because those you know, some of those videos aren't, obviously the shit that I say in them, some people are going to disagree with, so that their way of showing that disagreement is either commenting in the comment section or disliking. Usually it's just easier for people to dislike the video if they disagree with something you say. Not that I say it's right, but you can't bitch about that. That's part of what makes YouTube so great, is that people have the option of telling you if they don't like your content. You know, if you try to silence those people, that's kind of what they're doing on YouTube anyway, and it's ruining the fucking platform. But anyway, let's see. This question is from Amber, and she says, "What do you think the people not mentioned in the plot leaks are going to be doing, i.e., Varys and Kinvara?" Honestly, I want to see Kinvara again. They kind of shitted on her, like we didn't see whether she got on the ships with Dany or whether she stayed in Essos. I honestly wanted to see them follow, and maybe they are on the ships. I don't know. I want to see them follow her to Westeros, and after she takes over, you know, I don't want to say after she takes over King's Landing. After she takes over certain areas, and they're trying to lead or sway other lords to kind of follow her, and then go fight up north, go fight the White Walkers. I would love to see the Red Priestess and Priestesses either one, run into Melisandre to be like, why you keep flip-flopping on who the fuck the savior is, and for 2, run into Thoros Amir so they could be like, I would just love all of them to be on Jon's side, so that way if Jon or any one of his compadres dies, we've got not only one Red Priestess, but fucking 17, so they can all like bring the kiss of life, if you will. But yeah, so that's what I'd like to see Kinvara doing next season. I would like to see her travel to Westeros and help spread the word about how she believes Daenerys is the savior. And then they meet Jon Snow and they're like, you know what? This guy kind of fits the Azor Ahai picture a little bit more. You know, let's hop over to him. Let me take the picture of the fucking sand snakes off from behind me. But yeah, I would love to see that. And then what was the other one was Varys. Varys. I kind of mentioned what I think. I don't want to see him die, but he's not in the top build cast, and he's kind of like, I know that there's gonna be people that disagree with me with this, but he's kind of wrapped up his purpose on the show. Like, he's brought characters that never would have been brought together. He's brought them all in the same room. He's got them all on the same page. Now he's traveling back to Westeros. Honestly, he could definitely help Dany in the long run. And there are some other, storylines that maybe we could see him finish out. Like, maybe we find out what happens to the priest that cut off his balls when he was a kid. He had him in a box. Like, what happened to him? Maybe we could... what I predicted what would happen is once they arrive at King's Landing, he will go through those secret tunnels that he knows in King's Landing and then make his way to the Red Keep, or basically run into the little birds again. And then he turns the little birds back in. I don't think they really ever left his side. I think they were just doing what Qyburn wanted them to do because he was giving them candy. So I think once he comes back, maybe they'll still be loyal to him like they never were not loyal to him, and let him know what exactly has been going on, like how many guards she's got stationed there, who is guarding this there, and, what her plans will be. That's what I want to happen with Varys. I want him to, reconnect with his little birds and aid Daenerys further. Because honestly, last season, after, he disappeared for a little bit, and then he came back, and then he keeps popping up all over the place, like he's in Dorne, and then he's on the ships with Dany. So I would like him to be less like Littlefinger, in the sense that he's got a magical fucking taxi service. Like, to see him stationary in several good scenes and, do something... Well, I can't say do something to contribute to the plot, because he always does that, but you know what I mean. Do something crazy. Let's see. This next question is from Nameless Hero, and he or she says, will there be naval warfare between Euron and Daenerys? Have you an idea of what could possibly be Euron's strategy to fight and win against Dany's fleet? The Ironborn are reavers and rapists. Yeah, I gotta say that too, because it's an R word. But their specialty is naval warfare. So honestly, what he doesn't really have to do anything. He's just got to do what he normally does, which is I think he's gonna overwhelm her. Like, obviously she's got the numbers, but who's on those boats? Are they all Ironborn? Or are there only a few Ironborn ships and the rest are filled with people who are afraid of the fucking ocean? You know what I mean? So I think just him showing up with a significant... I think if Euron has 50, maybe 30 to 50 ships, he could take out a massive chunk of Dany's fleet. And I think his strategy will just be surprise and actually know what the fuck he's doing on those boats. You know what I mean? Like, he knows how to maneuver in the sea. He knows how to battle and do certain things that will, almost secure him some sort of victory. He definitely won't be able to take out all of Daenerys' fleet, but I think... I kind of agree with the plot leak in the sense that we all kind of seen that coming. So that's not necessarily from spoilers. It's that's the thing. The more you read the plot leak, the more it's like, oh, well, this person was a good predictor, because honestly, most people who just think about the show all the time, they could see the storyline naturally going in that direction anyway. So with Euron, I think it's not, he doesn't really have to do anything. He just has to show up, and that will be a surprise to Daenerys. Obviously, I don't know if Theon and Yara were up front with their situation. Like, our uncle's fucking nuts. He's insane. He's probably gonna come after us. I don't think that they're thinking that, because they figured they took all of his ships. So how the fuck would he? They're thinking like how we think logically. Like, you can't build a fucking ship in 2 weeks. But no, he's gonna do it. So I think his strategy is just the element of surprise and doing what he naturally does. Because Daenerys' troops and her fleet, they're not a fucking naval fleet. You know what I mean? They don't know how to work the waters the same way Euron does. I hope I answered your question. I'm not sure. I'm probably a full page down from the chat, so allow me to catch up. This question is from John T. Savage, and he says, what is your least favorite Game of Thrones / A Song of Ice and Fire theory? Mine is definitely that Brandon Stark is Robb's actual father. I had actually never heard that. I heard that Brandon and Ashara, or some people think that Brandon and Ashara are Jon's true parents, or some people think that Ned and Ashara are Jon's true parents. I never actually heard Brandon is Robb Stark's actual father. I've never heard that one, and I honestly don't like that one, because that doesn't work at all. Tell me some of the points that people use to make that theory. But honestly, my least favorite Game of Thrones theory is that it was before, and it still kind of will be, is that the Night King will warg one of Dany's dead dragons and use that against her, and it will be called an ice dragon, and it will blow out blue ice instead of flames. That's my least favorite theory, and I know people are like, "What? Why the fuck don't you like that theory, you dummy?" That would be insane. Yeah, you're right. It would be insane to see, but I don't want my queen to go through that much, strife. I think that, yes, she will definitely lose her dragons, but I hope that it's not to only come back reanimated as a white. You know what I mean? You know what? I forgot my fucking hat. Let me go grab that real quick. My hair, I could just feel my hair getting fucking staticky and turning into a fro and shit. And then, But yeah, I would say the Ice Dragon theory, not the one about the clutch of eggs underneath in Winterfell's crypts, but the Ice Dragon theory about one of Dany's dragons dying and then the Night King reanimating it as a ice dragon. That one, and probably, let me think for a second. There's so many. God, there's so many. The theory that, and honestly, I don't really hate it. I'm not a big fan of it. It's the one where everyone thinks that Tyrion is the secret Targaryen. It just doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. Supposedly, the night that Aerys had bedded Joanna was like wedding night. So how the fuck could Tyrion then be born, years later, and like he'd be a secret Targaryen? You know what I mean? I'm not a big fan of it. It doesn't add up, and everybody says that, like, oh, he's the third head of the dragon because he's a secret Targaryen. His father is really Aerys. No, it doesn't make sense. Who would be the secret Targs if you're going with that theory would be Jaime and Cersei. That'd probably be my second choice for that. Let's see. I'm going to try to catch back up to the chat so that I don't get too far. I need to make someone a moderator just in case someone starts talking shit or whatever. I don't think anybody will, but I'm just saying. You never know. Fuck, where the hell was I at? Okay. This one's from Amber Littlefield, and she says, "What do you think about the Syrio / Jaqen theory?" Or wait. Honestly, I don't know. I don't really think that Syrio is a faceless man. And I know Jaqen is like, there's like 3 or 4 people that Jaqen is secretly in the books. So I don't know if I play into all those, this person is a secret, this person. Like some people think Mance Rayder is actually Rhaegar. I don't like that one. I don't necessarily dislike it, but I definitely don't think it's true. They look totally different. Height, eyes, like all the just obvious shit that would make you think, okay, that's not that person. This is more of like a statement question. This is from Jacqueline V, and she says, "Hey, Sir Hunt, if you ever go to the Comic-Con in San Diego, California, let me know." That is like, are you messing with me? If I could go there, my fucking brain would literally have a seizure. Like, I think when you're having a seizure, normally your body does it or whatever. I've seen my grandma used to get them all the time, so I've seen it, but I don't know. My fucking brain would have a seizure. I would probably just be silent for like 3 hours straight just thinking about how fucking awesome it would be. That's where, if I'm not mistaken, the San Diego Comic-Con is where all the main stars, like you get the Jon Snow and the Daenerys occasionally show up type shit. But yeah, I would be silent. I would just be thinking about how close I'm going to be to these people and how cool I need to project myself to be. See, here's the thing. I'm hyper as fuck on camera, and I talk a lot on these live streams, but in real life, I'm a pretty mellow fucking person. Like, I don't know, I'm just chill. It's just how I am. It's when I get on camera, something happens where, like, I guess my true personality comes out. Because when I was a teenager, I used to be the same fucking way, but I'm talking about in real life now, 27-year-old Mark, almost 30-year-old Mark. I'm chill as fuck. But when I get on camera, I'm very similar to my personality from when I was a teenager, which was fucking spaz, ADD all over the place. I might sing for y'all. I might play some music for y'all. I actually, if anyone's here who saw me doing that live stream where I sang karaoke, if anyone is here in the chat, type so, and I might sing. I can actually sing. Like, I can actually, sound decent is what I should say, rather. But yeah, I might do that. If anyone who saw me do that 2 hours of fucking karaoke, type in the chat, and I'll sing you a song. Any song of your choice. You just let me know. Alright, so yeah. Back to, okay. I've got to read the chat and find a question. Oh, that's another one. Ned and Lyanna. That's more of like a show type thing, more than anything. Some people, I've actually seen a theory where some people think that Jon's true parents are actually Brandon and Lyanna, just because they used to like play stick fight as kids or some shit. Like, that was literally the only principle that they based that theory off of, and the fact that Ned had to hide Jon's true parentage, and they were saying obviously because he didn't want it to get out that the Starks are incestuous, which honestly, Starks, they married cousins, so yeah. But I don't know. I don't really like that one, but I don't really like the Ned and Lyanna one more. Like, I could see it though. That's more for the show. The reason being is because how upset Ned gets when he goes upstairs and he's like, "Get a remaster." I like how Ned's accent was different when he was younger. But yeah, so anyway, it's just his reaction. It's like how upset he was, and that people were saying that he wasn't shocked enough. It's not that he was shocked that Lyanna had the baby. He was shocked that Lyanna was dying. So the fact that he knew that she was pregnant makes people think that it's Ned's baby. Like, I don't know, man. That's crazy. I don't fucking think so. I fucking hope not. If that's the way they're going. Let's say if that was how that conversation went with Dan and Dave and George asked him, he says, who were Jon's parentage? And they answered truly. And if they said, well, duh, Ned and Lyanna, I don't know what would happen. You would probably see for like the next 4 years of everyone's reaction, uploading reaction videos to YouTube of how they punched their fucking TV if that was the case. Like, I guess it's not really that big of a deal. And everyone's argument is, well, in medieval times, they did shit like that. Yeah, but look, this is not on planet Earth. And it's not even in medieval times because they didn't have the same historical time periods as we did. This is just Westeros, just fucking regular time. It might be the same year as it is now on Earth that it is in Westeros. And that's just how the fuck they rock. A lot of people think that it's a post-apocalyptic society. And that I kind of like that one because if everything that you've built up as being mankind is wiped out and you're reverted back to basically zero on that clock, you would kind of go through the historical time periods, if you will, again. And maybe that's what they've done. They let's just say there was a huge bomb that hit Planetos. Everyone scattered the fuck out and they only went to certain areas where the radiation wasn't as bad. And then after a few hundred years, they started to get too cramped, so they had to spread back out. So all these people, we, in the world of Ice and Fire, we hear it as, oh, well, the First Men came over, and then the Andals came over and fought them. The First Men were fighting the Children of the Forest, who were there originally with the giants and all the magical fucking creatures. What if it's like their product of radiation poisoning, the Children of the Forest, the giants, and all those magical fucking creatures, the giant ice spiders and all those, and the First Men coming back, they're actually going back to Westeros because they were there before the giant explosion happened that made Westeros experience these crazy nuclear winters. They're just coming back to their homelands because they were gone for hundreds of years, but they're coming back. And the Children of the Forest and all them, those were the people, maybe a small group of people that got left behind. They super inbred with each other, and the reason why they look the way they do is because of all the radiation poisoning that they've been getting, and it's been like hard-coded in their DNA to look fucked up, sort of like an Agent Orange type situation. And they're like, nah, fuck that. This is our lands because we've been here this whole time. We haven't left yet. And the First Men were like, look, motherfucker, we were over here with y'all. We just left because we're not dumb and we had the opportunity to get away, and now we're coming back. What if that's how it really was? Like, that's what George has been thinking this whole time, is everybody, went to a certain area, and then, with the Royanar coming back, and in all of, I have a World of Ice and Fire sitting right in front of me, so I could easily look up the names of all these fucking people, but I don't really feel like it, because it's a live stream, and that will take too long. But what if that's what it is? Like, literally, that's what it is. And then you raise all these other questions of, like, well, what about the Night King and the White Walkers? Well, yeah, that's for another time. And how do you get magic? Well, they say science can explain everything, Maybe it's not magic. Maybe it's just like they've got some deep fucking scientific knowledge. And maybe, I don't know. Let me stop talking about that. Let me go back in the chat. I've been going off on a tangent for like 20 minutes now. Let's see. Well, I'll see you around, Amber. Hopefully we'll catch you in the next one. Or I'll see you in the comment section of my next video. Thank you again for giving me your super chat. All of the super chats and all of my revenue, if you want to call it revenue. I haven't gotten paid from YouTube literally since last fucking December. But anyway, all the money that I do make from now until Con of Thrones, whether it's in super chat or my actual revenue for my channel, is going towards the Con of Thrones. So, thank you again, and I hope to see you around. Jacqueline said, I saw you sing. And I asked you about... Well, yes, you saw me sing, but did you see that 2-hour live stream of me singing karaoke? I sing a lot in these live streams, but did you see that? I was literally 2 fucking hours straight. I was just... I don't know. I just felt like singing that morning, I guess. I don't know. This is from R. It's just the username is R. Are there any characters that everyone loves but you hate? Honestly, no. The reason being is because all the characters that everyone loves are usually the most commonplace in conversations, usually the ones that dominate conversations. They're also usually the ones that get the best theory videos made about them. They're the ones that you see most prevalent. If I had to pick and choose, Sansa fucking Stark. She's a whiny little bitch in the books. Honestly, okay, look, let me stop right there. I've had a history with Sansa where so yeah. Show Sansa I find less annoying than I do reading Sansa's POV chapters. She's the first fucking like 3 chapters that she's just complaining and whining about every fucking thing, and I'm not a big fan of that. So if I had to pick, if I absolutely had to pick, it would be Sansa. Jacqueline says, have I heard about Game of Thrones being one of the Westworld? Yeah, there was supposed to be a Westeros park, or everyone wanted there to be. I don't think there's anything other than how awesome it would be, like credible evidence to back that theory. I think it's mainly just people want to see that because it would be fucking awesome. Okay, so this one's from Nameless Hero, and he says, Q&A. This is a bit hard. Let me switch up my background. What the fuck was my original background? This is throwing me off. Alright. I'll put a picture of my queen up there. So yeah. He says, I saw photos of Jorah in Dragonstone. Okay, so spoilers. How is he going to heal Greyscale? How is he going to heal his Greyscale? Or maybe Dan and Dave are trolling everyone, and Jorah sooner or later will die anyway. What pictures of him in Dragonstone were you talking about? Because I didn't see those. Hang on a second. I don't. What the fuck? What am I even typing? There we go. Are you referring to this picture, good sir? Well, technically, He's not at Dragonstone yet. He's in the open ocean. But yeah, no, I see what... Oh, wait, no, there he is. I've seen it. I've used this picture in like 6 fucking videos. Okay. So basically, you're just saying, how will he heal his grayscale? I think... Well, if you go by the plot leak, he goes to Old Town and Sam helps him cure himself. And that may very well be how it goes down. Question is, how the fuck... what makes him think to do that? You know what I mean? Maybe... You know what? Honestly... maybe he could, if he was smart, he would go to Quaithe. Like, he would go see Quaithe. I don't know if they would bring her back in the show. It would probably be a different actress. She was wearing a mask anyway, so it's not like you can really tell who the fuck is under there. But, I think if he was smart, he would go see Quaithe. And then, she would be able to heal it. He saw her, or maybe one of the Red Priestesses that are already, that Daenerys has working for her. I don't know how he's going to get a cure for it. Stannis had to have healers from all over the world, and he was able to just, basically stop the spread of it. He wasn't actually able to cure it. So, I think if anything, he might be missing an arm, as number one could be an option. Like, he chopped his fucking hand off just to stop the spread, which honestly wouldn't have stopped the spread. It would still keep going. Or he was able to find someone who was able to slow it down insanely fucking, it already honestly is kind of going slow. But maybe he was just able to find a healer who was able to either put a halt to it completely or just slow it down dramatically, and he realizes that he's going to die soon anyway. He needs to go try to help Daenerys as much as possible. Even though she told him that his mission is to find a cure and then come back and help her. But, alright, so I've got to do this thing where I stand up and crack my back. I gotta spin around and shit, because it's fucking, yeah. If anybody heard that, you're probably like, what the dude, do you have arthritis? Probably do. So I'm standing on my fucking feet all the time at this place right here. So yeah, let me see. Hop back in the chat for more questions. Hello, Fizzy Foo. Shout out to you. What's up, Vincent Spearings? This is from Vincent, and he says, do you think the fates of the direwolves are a good representative of the fate of the Starks? Well, yeah. Everyone says that each Stark child, their personality basically fits their direwolf perfectly. With Shaggy Dog, you have Rickon being like a wild man and always in the Crypts of Winterfell and basically being a shaggy dog. With Sansa, her direwolf lady, she's obviously the only Sansa. I saw this. I don't know where the fuck I saw it, but someone had worded it perfectly. Sansa is the perfect representation of what a medieval. Even though Game of Thrones is not set in medieval time, everyone likes to fucking think that. Totally different planet. They don't have the same historical time periods as Earth, like I was just saying, which brought me into that huge fucking, post-apocalyptic theory. It's not called the medieval times, but anyway, Sansa is like the perfect representation of a medieval woman. So she is a lady. That's why her direwolf is lady. So yeah, I definitely agree with that. That's been, Hello, my lord. We can talk like a lowborn. Hello, my lord. Or no, what is it? My lord. And then what is it? What does he say? Lowborn say me lord. That's a little. That's like one of my favorite scenes. That conversation between Arya and Tywin Lannister was awesome. John T. Savage says, dude, in that video you did of the episode 1 picks, how the fuck is the Hound in the snow? Did he already get all the way to the north, or are the Riverlands snowy now? I think, he headed there. That wasn't the final episode, was it? Here, let me do this. I'm going to bring up the picture so it's easier. Oh, shit. Hang on one second, buddy. Where's he at? Sandor, there you are, you bastard. You bastard, man. Sandor was a bastard, man. I'm just kidding. No, he wasn't. Oh, fuck. What the hell am I doing? All right. Let's see. I take away this window capture. Then I add another one. This is a little bit more complicated than using Hangouts, but Hangouts sucks dingleberries, so I'll take that. Okay, so are we really gonna do this? Yeah, what the fuck is that? Oh man. All right, so look, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna bring it up on the internet. Let's see. How far back was that? I think this was it. Your eyes tell the stories of the day you wish you could. Yep. Let's see. Where you at, Sandor? There he is. You bloody fucking bastard. Alright, let me make sure you guys can see that. Alright, so yes, this is the picture he's referring to. I think we know that the way that the show goes, Season 7 will likely pick up right back up where Season 6 left off. So if I'm not mistaken, the last episode we see Sandor in is obviously 9 or 10. But I don't think it's the last one. So I'll say 8 or 9 is the last time we see Sandor. So they've already headed up north. We already know that that's where he was headed. So I don't think that he's in the Riverlands and it's snowing. I mean, it could be. They did have to film later, which is why we aren't watching the damn show yet. Why we had to wait later was to get snow on the ground. So maybe I don't think he's in the Riverlands though. I think he's further north than that. I think he's already pretty much up at north, and I think maybe halfway through the season is when we'll see the first snowfall on like King's Landing. So it would obviously be snowing therefore in the Riverlands. I would say that he's already almost up north. I think he might be like probably like right outside Winterfell, gates of Winterfell. But yeah, we do know that it will be snowing most likely all over the map. You would think it would be all over the map anyway. I'm not sure. Fizzy Fu agrees with me when I was referring to Sansa as like my least favorite character. Yes. Okay, this question is from Daughter of Ice and Fire. Shout out to Daughter of Ice and Fire. I see you, girl. I see you. She says, "Hey, Mark, can't be here long. Just showing my support. Q&A. Do you think we'll see Melisandre again, or maybe she'll come back as an old lady? Will Arya be with Gendry next season?" Okay, so you snuck 2 questions in there, and I'll answer both of them. Melisandre, and I've been saying this since the end of Season 6, so any of those people that you see theory videos and they're like, "Oh, I predict that this is gonna..." Nah. If you didn't have a fucking channel last season, at the end of the season, and you didn't say it right then and there, then you didn't think of it. But yeah, that's like part to what I was saying earlier. We all share shit. So anyway, I've been saying this literally since I reviewed Season 6, Episode 10, the finale. The next time we see Melisandre will be in her true form. Like, in her old lady form. If she's fucking smart. Because honestly, Jon sent her off down south, yes, but what the fuck does she have down south other than Jon's sister coming from the south and most likely gonna kill her? So I think what will happen is she'll be maybe staying somewhere, right? Maybe she's at the inn in that picture with Arya that everyone likes to say that she's not at Winterfell. She's at the inn. Hang on, let me find her real quick, just so you guys know what the fuck I'm talking about. Where the fuck is she at? Dude, why are you being so slow? Come on, man. Load the pictures. Oh, here she is. So yeah, maybe this is the inn that she runs into Melisandre in, right? And she technically doesn't run into her. Maybe Mel sees her first and then decides to remove her glamour and pretend to be an old woman. And maybe she... and I owe some respect to some of the commenters on the video. Maybe she takes Arya to Winterfell, or basically goes with her to Winterfell, and that's how she gets good in back in good with Jon's Graysons. The problem with that is if Arya were to see her in her glamour, she will know who the fuck she is and DOA, son. Like, literally kill on sight. She will probably kill her and then steal her fucking face because, I don't know, maybe Arya has a new hobby. Do you think, here's a question for you guys, do you all think that Arya is, and anybody who watches this later, write down in the comment section, do y'all think Arya is keeping the faces, or is she getting rid of them? Is she keeping them once she gets them, or does she get rid of them? That's a question for you guys. And then the second one, did I answer that question all the way? Okay, so yeah, we'll definitely be seeing Melisandre again, and the question will be whether it's in old form. If she's smart, she would take off her glamour. But here's the thing, it looks like when she does take off her glamour and she's in her true form, she's a lot more vulnerable. Like, she can't move as quickly. She's, like, decrepit. She was, like, hunching to bed and shit. So I think that not only does her glamour give her a youthful look, but it also turns her body back young again. So she's a lot more, like, she can move around more. You know, I'm not saying that Melisandre was a fucking fighter beforehand, but I'm sure that she would be better off, you know, in the long run, if she had her glamour on, because she wouldn't, you know, if someone tried to attack her, she might be able to at least flee on horseback. This is from Layla, and she says, favorite characters. Well, Daenerys and Jon Snow. I'm easy on that. On that mark. But if I had to choose, like, in the novels and all that, I would say my favorite POV chapters to read by far are Tyrion and I was gonna say Jon, but I don't know. I enjoy Theon's a little bit more. My favorite characters in like in the show, Daenerys and Jon Snow. That's just the way the show's written. They want them to be your favorite characters. I honestly, you know, when I first watched, I was a huge fan of Robb Stark, and I was so pissed that he died. But the more I watch it, the more I'm like, you know, Robb doesn't have any POV chapters in the books, and honestly, he's kind of like a little cunt in the show. Like, he's just a little bit of a little bitch sometimes. You know what I mean? In particular, that scene. Never mind. I don't know if there's some hidden Robb Stark fans out there. I don't want to insult anyone. This is also from Daughter of Ice and Fire, and she says, will Jon find something in the crypts, or he finds out if someone tells him? You're piling your questions in sneakily. This is like 4 or 5 different answers to this. But yeah, she says, will Jon find something in the crypts, or will someone else tell him and he finds out? And then she says, will Sandor be Bran's leg, and will that be his redemption? Technically, Sandor doesn't necessarily need a redemption. I think Arya will just be happy to see him, and the fact that he used to work for the Lannisters will kind of be thrown out the window, because obviously he's loyal. He's going to be loyal to Jon. He's with the Brotherhood. The Brotherhood told him, look, dude, we're going to go fight the fucking walkers up north. Damn, it's on this side. We're going to go fight the walkers up north. You know who's leading the battle to fight the walkers is Jon Snow. Why would you not be loyal to him? I think obviously Jon will be a little bit hesitant to take his, I guess, I don't know what the fuck you want to call it, take his loyalty or take him in to have him fight. But honestly, it's the war for the Dawn. You can't be too choosy. If Sandor shows up and says, hey, look, I'm willing to put my life on the line to fight the White Walkers because fuck the White Walkers, well, then that'll buy him his ticket back into the Stark's good graces. And honestly, Arya is going to be a huge help with that. Like, he might have held Arya prisoner, but he also helped her out a lot. Like, he taught her kind of how to survive almost. You know what I mean? Not like how to make a fire, go hunting. She already knew that shit. But just the way that one needs to be, like, you know, obviously she saw what happened to her brother at the Red Wedding. She didn't see him get stabbed, but she saw him with his direwolf's head on his body, buckling around on the horse. So she saw that shit. Sandor has taught her how to keep moving after that. You know what I mean? Like, he immediately knocks her out and then takes her on. And then she wakes back up, comes to, and she's like, what the fuck happened? But he's in a roundabout way, he's teaching her the precursor to how to become a faceless man. Because once she got to Bravos and got accepted in the House of Black and White, Jack and Hagar was a different person. He was a super fucking asshole. He let her get abused and beat up all the time. You know what I mean? And honestly, in the books, it's a little bit different. She's got a lot more training going on. She learns how to hone her senses. She learns how to make potions and poisons and shit. She learns how to do a lot more than she does on the TV show. And obviously, the TV show had to speed that up because they don't have, you know, enough episodes to show all that. And then the other question was, John, well, look, I'm going to refer you to my Crypts of Winterfell video for that. I think what will happen is, and I've been saying this for a while now, Jon Snow will need to bury Rickon. That's what's going to bring him down to the crypts. I understand that traditionally, only the kings of winter were buried underneath there. So that's how tradition states, but I think we didn't actually see in the show what happened with Ned's bones, whether they made it back to Winterfell, but I think they did. I think Ned's buried down there, and I think if you guys remember back in season 1, Rickon walks out of the darkness in the crypts. Like, he said that he saw their father down there, and that's why Bran was going down to the crypts. They think that their father's down there. That was like foreshadowing to Ned eventually making his way back to his remains, making his way back to the Crypts of Winterfell. I think his spirit was naturally drawn to the Crypts of Winterfell, so that's what the two youngest Starks were saying, because they were the closest. You know how people say that you lose your imagination as you get older, or you lose, like, people, I used to hear this all the time. People say that kids can see stuff that older people can't. Like, as you get older, you lose that ability because you, like, basically think out of it. You get older and you realize or you start to think that shit isn't real. So you basically lose that part of your mind that is perceptible to that shit because you get older. They say little kids can see shit. They're more in tune with their senses. They're more, they act on impulse, as opposed to humans. Once you get a certain age, you're taught to think a certain way, and you kind of pretty much only think that way. So that's what makes you lose that, that connection that you have to being able to see shit. And I think the reason why Bran and Rickon are the ones that are able to see Ned's spirit is because that's where Ned went. That's where he's like resting at, if you will. And I think his remains are now down there. So once Jon takes Rickon down there, that's gonna probably, Sansa will definitely be with him. They'll say their piece, and I think Sansa's gonna be like, maybe Jon will look at the statue of Lyanna, and Jon will probably say something, and then that will bring Sansa up with the opportunity to be like, well, look, actually, I heard from this bastard who we shouldn't fucking trust and who's probably going to die within a few episodes. He says that Lyanna wasn't kidnapped and she wasn't raped. You know what I mean? Just something like that. I think that's going to lead, that's going to be his first initial, way of learning that, okay, I'm not Ned Stark's bastard son, I don't know how he would immediately jump to that, but I actually saw this, this was a comment on Reddit. I seen it as a comment on Reddit. It eventually became a top post, and then I saw it also, I don't even fucking remember. It's been a while now, but basically, a lot of people think that, you know what? I don't have time for that. I'm going to answer, not that I don't have time for it, but I'm going to answer some questions, because the chat is, There's, let's see. 23 people watching right now. Holy shit. I haven't had that many people watching me in, like, a long time. This question is from Vincent, and he says, will Daario be back in Season 7? I don't know if you guys are looking at my computer, or if you saw my desktop maybe, but, these are videos that I had planned coming up. I had said initially back when Season 6 ended, I was like, look, dude, Daario is a fucking stowaway on one of those boats. He's going to show up and either save Daenerys at the last moment or fuck shit up. A lot of people thought that he was just going to stay in Essos and become the ruler of Meereen, or the king of Meereen, if you will. I don't think so. I think he is in love with that woman, and love makes you do crazy fucking things. We can all attest to that, I'm sure. I think he's a stowaway in Daenerys' boat, and I think he's going to show up and fuck some shit up, like screw something up for her, or he's going to show up at the last moment and save her life. You know what I mean? Sort of like, Dany has this bad track record of her lovers / like friend zone people still hanging around after she dismisses them. You know what I mean? Jorah being the main one. But yeah, let's see. Another question. John, you say Daario is gone? No, my friend, no. They did not have Michael Usman replace him for, you just can't wrap up. Daario was a major part of the show since, like, Season 3. I understand that he got replaced as an actor, but there's no way. We have not seen the last of him. If people think that Hot Pie is going to be coming back, there's no fucking way Daario's story is over. It's just no way. I mean, there's a number of things that they could do with his character to make it interesting. Honestly, I didn't really mind him that much. I honestly like the banter between him and Jorah. That shit was fucking awesome. He's like he straight up tells Jorah that he cannot hang with Dany, that he doesn't have enough stamina to hang with a dragon in the sheets. That kind of banter, you can't get that anywhere else. That shit is hilarious. Let's see. Shout out to Mandy Lloyd. That's a new face. Shout out to Extremely Rugged. And I'm going to be getting to the questions. Anybody else that I missed, I will be telling you shout out when I see your name. Let's see. This is from Extremely Rugged, and he or she says, do you think that the show will deceive us, showing that Sansa is siding with Littlefinger just to put him in a position to be killed? Hang on, let me reread that. Oh, so basically Sansa's pulling a Littlefinger on Littlefinger? Fuck yeah, I hope so. Honestly, that would redeem Sansa's character up by like 10 cool points in my book, because that shows that, hey, you know what? You might have been shit on, you might have been raped. I don't even mean to say it like rape is a lighthearted type thing, and I know it probably seems like I'm joking, but I'm not. I'm just saying, like, she's had all this shit done to her. It'll be nice that she finally stands up for herself instead of someone else coming to fucking save the day like they always do. Honestly, if it wasn't for Theon, she wouldn't have escaped. She would have let what's her name kill her. The kennel's daughter. I can't even think of her fucking name right now, but the kennel master's daughter. She would have let her kill her ass, or at least shoot her in the arm. You know, other places that she necessarily doesn't need to recreate, to reproduce a baby. Remember, that's what she was saying. She's like, he doesn't need every part of you. Yeah. Let's see. Looking for the next question. No. Daughter of Ice and Fire. I didn't mean to say that like that. I'm sorry. I was just saying I like the way that you worded your questions. It was funny because you give me something to think about. So it's a little bit harder for me to answer. That's all. I don't mind doing it. I wasn't trying to say it like, oh, like, you know, I'm like talking shit to you. Not at all. I was just saying that it's funny. It's funny. I like the way you do that because you'll know that I'll see it. And if I'm answering your question, you might as well put 2 in because it's hard for me to see it, especially since I'm like 3 pages back on the chat. Okay, so John T. Savage said that Jon Snow is not going to bury Rickon in the crypts because thousands of people trampled Rickon. Now, this is true. This is really fucking true. Thing is, it's a TV show. They will easily make it so that Rickon was over to the left and the battle was over to the right. You know what I mean? That was pretty funny, though. That's a good point. That's a really good point. Technically, Jon Snow should have a cracked skull from when your boy, the fucking nasty-looking dude, I can't even think of his name, but he was a Thin. He smacked Jon Snow's head into an anvil. And it's funny because as soon as I saw that, and, like, obviously I'm rewatching the show. I've rewatched probably, like, 3 times this off-season. But I was just watching that episode last night. Jon Snow tells to Ollie... And there's several times this line is mentioned throughout the show. Ned says it to... Does he say it to Hodor when he's trying to teach him how to fight? He said, keep your shield up or I'll ring your head like a bell. I love that fucking line. And then it happens to Jon Snow. He literally got his head rung like a bell. He didn't have a shield, but he got his head rung. If we're being that technical, like on the Rickon was supposedly trampled type path, Jon Snow should be dead long, long ago. Like, seriously, that would have cracked his fucking skull. I rewatched it like 10 times just so that I could be like, oh my God. Like, are you fucking serious? That shit was nuts. He really did ring his head like a bell. Let me see if I can bring that up. Yep, here it is. Oh, it's not very clear. Oh, man. Why is everything in 720p? Like, my stream should be in 1080, son. What the fuck just happened? Oh, shit. Well, yeah, it's not playing anything. Oh, there we go. He's gonna ring his head like a bell. It's probably a little bit in the fight. I know you guys can't hear the audio. The audio is what'll get this video flagged, so audio is taken out of that. It's coming up. Look at Ygritte. Man, I wish he was still alive. Oh shit, I just missed it. Right? It's some there. Oh, there it is. Oh, bam, there it is. I'll ring your head like a bell. Do it, man. Do it. Bam! That's why you should have had your shield up, John. You should be dead after that, dude. Like, what the fudge? What the fudge? There's so... Oh, man. You should be... Yeah, you should be not feeling too good, at least. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Oh. But, yeah. Those are spoiler pictures. Let me not do that. So, yeah. Let's see. Next question. Daughter of Ice and Fire, and she sounds a little bit mad in this one, says, why do you think people keep doing stupid theories saying R plus L doesn't equal J? It's pretty obvious by now that it's Jon. For the TV show, yes. I think, and honestly, like, I'm not even trying to throw shade on anyone right now, because I'm fucking guilty of doing it myself. Sometimes, you make so many Game of Thrones videos that you want to do something, you know, that you think people will like, and part of those is doing the crazy theories. Like, I had this theory last season. It's a terrible video. I'm not even gonna link it up here right now because it's fucking horrible. I can't believe I used to put out content like that. But basically, I was saying that underneath Sir Robert Strong's helmet is actually the midget head of that Cersei had brought to her right after Tywin was killed, and it wasn't Tyrion, but the people who killed him thought it was Tyrion. So I made this crazy theory that it was actually Tyrion's head on Gregor Clegane's body, and that way, once Sandor, because I had this theory that Sandor Clegane was going to go insane, or god damn it, fuck, okay, the Mountain, Franken Mountain, was going to like lose his mind and almost have like a blood rage, and then kill Cersei in that chaos. So along with that theory, I had the idea that it would be a fake Tyrion's head on his body, so that way when he killed Cersei, that was actually the Valonqar being a prophecy, and that was the younger brother right there. So I don't know. And technically, Tyrion and Jaime are both her younger brother, but they left that out of the show on purpose because they're probably not going to do it that way. Or if they left it in, it would be too obvious, and they were going to do it that way. Layla says, show us the spoiler pics and say what you think is happening in them. By the way, I love your channel. Love from Sweden. Thank you, Layla. I'm not sure how to say anything in Swedish. I was going to attempt to try to say something in Swedish, but then I realized that I don't speak. What is the language that you guys speak over there? Is it Swedish, I guess, obviously? What spoiler pics are you talking about? The official Season 7 images? Or the leaked pictures like that someone took with a really shitty camera from like 150 feet away? Those ones? I actually have like 3 or 4 videos of me doing that. I can link some to the description, or in the description if you want. Let's see. Lord Flacco, can you leave this one up? Which one up? Which one are you talking about? Alfred Obalo says, hey, what do you guys think about the Hound storyline with these guys? Also, well, that's the Brotherhood behind them. That's definitely the Brotherhood. Is that what you're talking about? That's as far as it lets you zoom in? That's it? What the fuck? Um. So yeah, if you guys answer my question, then I'll be able to answer yours. Okay, so this one's from Fizzy Foo, and she says, "Do I think Lady Mormont, aka Lyanna Stark, do I think stop doing that? Google does this fucking thing where anytime I say something, it starts trying to do a search for it. That shit is annoying as hell, dude." Okay, so her question was, "Do you think Lady Mormont could marry Robin in the show?" That's actually pretty feasible. That's the first Lyanna marriage that I could. I mean, I don't necessarily know if it would happen. I think what's gonna happen is Sansa. If Sansa doesn't end up, dude, fuck it. I'll just let it all out. Screw it. That hat is not working with me. All right. So yeah, let me throw this over there. Let's see. Damn, I forgot what the question was. Okay, so I think what'll happen is if Sansa doesn't end up with Tyrion, which I've been a big advocate of ever since I found out Tyrion was going to Westeros, I want Tyrion to either hook up with Daenerys, like marry, or get back together with Sansa. Those are my two options for Tyrion. I don't know, that wasn't part of your question, but I think what's gonna happen with Sansa is that if they don't go the route of her getting back together with Tyrion, or maybe Dolorous Ed, because they had that exchange glance last season when they were eating, and Dolorous Ed was like, "Dude, this is like the most beautiful thing I've ever seen." That was the look on his face. He's like, "We don't get much women up there at the wall, but yeah," and or they don't do much cooking or some shit. I don't know, but anyway, it was like a little charge scene. I would like for Sansa to get together with him. That'd be cool. But if they don't go that route of her and Tyrion, then I think what will happen is she will eventually marry Robert Arryn of the Vale, and she'll become Lady of the Vale, and maybe Littlefinger will have. Obviously, Littlefinger was gonna kill Robin Arryn at some point. Why would it not be next season? Maybe that's the thing that pushes Sansa over the edge to be like, all right, this motherfucker needs to go, and then he has Brienne take her out. I would like to see Sansa become Lady of the Vale. I don't know what type of storyline would have to take place in order for Robin, Arryn, and Lyanna to get together. I don't know what they could accomplish with that marriage. Obviously, they're two highborn, and who would take over House Mormont? Would Jorah get to take back over House Mormont? Like, how would that work? I don't know. And honestly, I don't think Lyanna is the type to even think about marriage. She doesn't need to. She's already Lady of House Mormont. She doesn't need to marry anyone. She's probably going to be a little bit similar to Madge. We'll call her the she-bear. You know what I'm saying? Because she's a savage. I want to see her in a fight scene next year, though. Like, she can talk a big game, and that's why we love her. But I want to see her in a fucking fight scene. I want to see, oh my God, this would be dope as shit. How much money would you pay to see Arya and Lyanna Mormont duke it out? Like, not like punch each other in the face, because I hate to see any kind of violence towards women or women crying. I'm like, that's like my one weak point. If you ever want to get me to do something and you're a woman, just start crying, and I'll probably do whatever the fuck it is that you want me to do. But, so yeah, no, I would just love to see that. Like, have you ever heard that? Have you ever heard that anywhere before? Like, Lyanna and Arya, maybe, okay, let's just say, maybe in a delusional Mark world, on a spinoff of Game of Thrones, in Earth 616. We're in Earth 612 right now. I know Marvel Earth 616 is the main continuity story, but we're, let's say, in Westeros or Planetos 616, in an alternate universe, Lyanna Mormont has somehow positioned herself as Kingsguard for Jon. Lyanna's a lot older. Jon is, I guess, Jon was wounded. This is complete fantasy world. Jon was wounded in the Battle of the Bastards, and his right leg was completely rendered useless. Lyanna's older. She's quite a fighter, and she decides that she wants to be on Jon Snow's Kingsguard because she's got a secret crush on him. And anyway, she's Jon Snow's Kingsguard. Arya shows back up. It's been years. Arya is wearing someone else's face, and she just wanted to see how Jon Snow was as the ruler of Winterfell. She's actually been told, this is fantasy world, she's actually been told a different story, whereas Jon Snow took over Winterfell and kind of didn't give Sansa, kind of kicked Sansa to the curb. Like, she's heard a manipulated version of the story. Similar, this is back into the main world, similar to how she thinks that Tyrion is fucking evil thanks to that play that she saw in Bravos. So now I think Tyrion is going to be on her hit list because she saw, according to that play, she thinks Tyrion was hitting Sansa. So I think Tyrion is going to be on Arya's shit list. But anyway, in this make-believe world, Arya is told some version of the story by none other than Littlefinger. Littlefinger's the same in this alternate reality. Tells her that Jon Snow kicked Sansa out of Winterfell, took it for himself, and is calling himself King of the North, and he's not a true-born Stark. So let's just say Arya shows up wearing a different face, and she tries to feel out where Jon Snow is, and she says something a little bit too insulting. Therefore, Lyanna Stark, I always do that. Lyanna Mormont steps forward and was like, "What'd you say, little bitch?" And Arya's like, "Little bitch, this is my shit. This is my motherfucking house." Obviously, she's wearing a face, so she wouldn't be able to say that. But let's just say they start fighting. Who the hell do you think would win? Honestly, Arya, because she had her ass whooped enough times. And once you get your ass whooped enough, you start learning how to fight. That's what happened with me. When I was a teenager, I used to, I grew up on the south side of Raleigh, which is like the hood, if you want to call it the hood down here. So when I was in high school, that's where I was. And I look like how I do now. You know, it's funny, when you're mixed, to black people, you look white, but to white people, you look black. You know what I mean? So anyway, I lived in the hood, and all my friends were black, and they would always give me mad shit about skateboarding. So their way of trying to toughen me up and make me not be such a pussy was to, like, literally, there's this one guy, he would punch me every fucking day hard as shit in the arm, until one day I got tired of this shit. So I knew he was about to do it, and instead I moved out of the way and literally took him out with my skateboard. I hit him in the shins and he fell straight down. I was about to jump on him and start punching him in the face, but it's like all the rage had built up from the months of having to deal with that shit. So I think that's what happened with Arya, which is also what taught her how to fight. She got sick of getting her ass whooped by the waif, and that's what honestly would make her win the fight with Lyanna. She's been bullied so much to the point where you just get sick of it, and something just happened where a fucking switch goes off and you start whooping everyone's ass. Like, oh, it's crazy. All right, so yeah, let me look. Let's see. This one's from Bonnie Bone, and she says, "What same-sex couple would you like to see, either for love or for both of them making a great team?" Same-sex couple? I think you're referring to Game of Thrones. You know what? I'm trying to think. How many characters are openly gay that are still alive on the show? Or do they have to be openly gay on the show, or can it just be any two characters? Because if I'm going to pick any two characters, Daenerys is kind of a little lesbian in the books. So let's say Daenerys and Yara. Daenerys and Yara, power couple. I would love to fucking see that. Gemma Whalen and Emilia Clarke, holla at me. I would love to see that. Power couple all the way. And then for male, I think, just to be funny, someone had mentioned it earlier, Sandor and Bran. Bran obviously can't use his reproductive organs, and Sandor probably, I don't know. I mean, you just said same-sex couple, so okay, we'll say Sandor and Bran are my second choice. First one being more for, like, my own personal reasons with Yara and Daenerys, but yeah. They would make an awesome power couple, right? Let's see. This one is also... Fizzy Foo responded to Bonnie Bones' question by saying Lady Brienne and Sansa should get together. Sansa... I don't know. I think Brienne might be down for some lesbian-type action, but I don't know if Sansa is. We know Daenerys has her little... I don't even want to talk about it because it's kind of weird. She's like 12 years old. Let's see, this is another question from Bonnie Bone, and she says, what good guy should be a bad guy, and what bad guy would you like to see be a good girl or guy? Okay, so what good guy should be a bad guy? You know what? That's a hard question to answer just because of the fact that every good character has made a decision that I don't necessarily agree with, so that would make them be a bad character. Fuck. You know what? Let's go all the way back to the beginning. I say Ned Stark. I would love to see Ned Stark be bad in the sense of when he had the chance to do it, doing it. Like when Robert's on his deathbed and not dead yet, he had the opportunity to tell him right then and there, hey, look, dude, your wife is a fucking slut who bangs her twin brother. All of your kids are fake. Let's figure this out right now before you die. And I guess that would make him a bad kid. I guess that would make him do something not in his character, so it would be bad. I guess that kind of works. I don't know. And then after that, he gets Robert to basically say, yeah, Cersei gets locked up in jail and blah, 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 blah. And then Ned goes and talks to her in the dark cells, and she talks about how she's going to sneak out and how Jaime's going to come break her out. And instead of Ned waiting around for her to do that, he just executes her. He has her poisoned down in the dark cells. That would be nuts. And let's see, what was the second part of that? Which bad character do I want to see go good? Ramsay. I would have loved to have seen. That's easy. And I might be meeting him in a few months. And if you want to help me meet him in a few months, all you have to do is, what do you have to do? Fuck. I don't even know. Alright. But yeah, so the choice for that, my choice for that would be Ramsay Bolton. And the good thing that I would like to see him do would have been to... Remember how he told Sansa that he wouldn't lay a hand on her and shit like that? I would have loved to have seen him not do that. I know a lot of Sansa fans are probably like, well, that's what made Sansa Sansa. Or that's what made her become such a strong person nowadays. But honestly, I just would have liked to see Ramsay maybe had kept his word on that. Oh, shit. God damn it. What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? So, yeah, there he is. So, yeah, next question. Let's see, we've been doing this for about an hour and a half now. I'm actually having fun. So I'll go, maybe another 20, 30 minutes. Let's see. Shout out to Dom. What's up, Dom Patterson? Shit, I forgot where I was because I fucking, damn it. Okay, here we go. This one's from Fizzy Foo, and she says, do you think people who were brought back from the dead could be controlled by the Night King? Abso-fucking-lutely. I had actually said in my part 2 promo pictures video with the Atomic Dom, you need to go check out that video right now. It's fucking awesome. But yeah, we were basically shooting the shit and kind of throwing ideas off of each other. And I said that technically Frankenmountain is a white. He's just, let's say he left the hive. Like, he doesn't have that hive mind. So what if for some reason Cersei is confronted by the Night King, or possibly just some sort of higher up white, and that white... Okay, so plot leak stuff right here. Back the fuck out of this video if you don't want to know anything. Supposedly, Daenerys is supposed to summon all lords of Westeros to Dragonstone. Jon Snow's mission was to go north of the wall, grab a white, bring them back to show proof to everyone. I think if they go too far down south, the magic actually loses itself, because we saw that when Jorah sent that hand to King's Landing, it was just a dead hand and it wasn't moving around anymore. So yeah, I think what will happen with that is what could happen. I'm not saying it will, and this is not my theory. This is just something that I'm coming up with to answer the question. But what could probably maybe happen is once Jon Snow brings back that white, he somehow realizes, or maybe Sam tells him, that the magic won't last as long unless he gets an actual White Walker as opposed to a white. And maybe he brings the White Walker back. He's got the White Walker in chains and shit, and then the White Walker basically wargs Frankenmountain and starts using Frankenmountain to wreak havoc. He's dead. He's technically dead. He does have some brain action because he does get that he's not supposed to attack Cersei. He understands when Cersei is giving him a woman that he's supposed to rape, I guess. So he's got some sort of brain connectivity there, but I could see that happening. So yeah, to answer your question, definitely. I don't know if the same can be said for Jon Snow. Here's why. Jon Snow was dead, yes, but he wasn't brought back in a way that would still kind of leave it up in the air whether he's still alive or dead. He's completely alive. He's 100%. I know that, yeah, there could be that limbo, but with Gregor, it's more of an up in the air statement because he technically never died all the way, and he was almost saved before he died all the way, but also he's a fucking zombie. He's not like, he was brought back by science, not by magic. So he's not all the way. He can't talk. You know, he's not all the way there. At least we don't know if he can't talk. I don't know. Let's see. Next question, yo. This is from Mandy Lloyd, and she says, if Arya's in Winterfell, like you said, who are those two guys in the background? And if she was in Winterfell, wouldn't she be at the high table next to Sansa? I've actually answered this question a few times in the comment section of that video. No. If Arya's at Winterfell, she would, I mean, obviously she would sit up at the high table, but not necessarily. She could just be trying to gauge the situation. She is not the type of person that cares about little shit like, you know, my title. I'm technically Lady of Winterfell, and I'm a highborn. I need to do this. Obviously, her family would want her up there. But if they're just like, you know, when Jon was eating, you know what? That's a good. I mean, I don't know. I honestly can't answer that. If she was in Winterfell and she was reunited with her brothers and her sisters, then yeah, I think she would be sitting up at the high table with him. But this could be before then. Maybe she had just gotten in and Jon just happened to walk up to the front of the room and was giving a speech, and she's just leaning forward looking at him. What was the second part of that question? And if she's in Winterfell, I honestly can't. I wouldn't know who the people behind her are. It's just some people in the background. You honestly can't tell. Like you can't really tell from the picture. It's a low resolution picture. That's not what the fuck I meant to click on. You just can't tell. And I was just trying to come up with some opposing theories. A lot of people think that she's at the inn that she left Hot Pie in, or she could be in the inn that her mother took Tyrion captive in. Let's see. I mean, those are just people behind her. I understand what people were saying, like you can kind of see like an archway right there, but let's just be real. This is like you can't fucking tell. She could, you know what? Maybe she is at the head table at Winterfell. Obviously, she's not. I'm just saying. You just can't tell. These images are, you know, it's a little bit hard. Okay, next question. Oh, so Fizzy Food, you want me to do sort of like a Aussie Man reviews to the pictures? All right, I might be able to do that. Let's try. I'll try it for a couple of seconds or for a couple minutes before I start losing viewers. Let's see. All right, this is Daenerys, and what has happened here is she has just slept with Tyrion. She's disappointed in his tiny little miniature pinky cock, and she's looking at him like, look, man, we need to have a discussion about how you've got a little tiny dick. I don't know. That's all I got. All right. Next up is Twincest, the one, the only. What they're doing here is looking at, fuck, I can't even do it because I'm trying to like do the accent and think of something funny at the same time. What's happening in this picture is, Cersei and Jaime are looking at Euron. Euron has come and presented to them with a giant dragon dildo that they can use to sleep with the dragons to get. See, I can't do this. This is terrible. This is fucking terrible. I can't do this. I tried though, right? All right. I might have a few hidden talents up my sleeve, but doing that funny narration shit, unless I write down the jokes, I can't do it. Okay, so this one's from Bonnie Bone again, and she says, why does it keep doing that? Fucking A. All right. She says, you can get characters, automobiles, guns, telephone, or indoor plumbing. Which one would you get? Honestly, those first 3 would ruin the show. You know what, though? I'd love to see someone in Westeros with a fucking gun. That would be bad fucking ass. What if, like, Cersei gets an AK-47 and she just, like, rolls up on horseback, like, straight, God, what was that old Grindhouse movie with Rose McGowan when she played that chick who lost her leg? They turned it into a rocket launcher or some shit, and then she ended up having a baby. I don't know. I would give them guns, though. My choice would be guns. Be pretty badass to watch. Like, let's just say they mount like a Gatling gun on top of the wall, and the whites are coming in. They're just like, and it's just like ripping through shreds, tearing them up and shit. That would be insane. This is from Daughter of Ice and Fire, and you said, do you think Sweet Robin will push Littlefinger through the moon door? Will Sansa tell him he killed his mother? I think if Sansa told Robin Arryn that Littlefinger killed his mom, Littlefinger would find out about it. And I honestly think Robin Arryn holds Littlefinger in higher regards than he does Sansa. I think Littlefinger can get... Excuse me. First off, I think Littlefinger is Robin Arryn's father. But I think Littlefinger can get Robin Arryn to do whatever the fuck he wants. So I think what would happen is if Sansa did make it back to the Vale and tried to play Robin Arryn against Littlefinger, which would be the dumbest fucking thing possible, she should take care of Littlefinger before they get to the Vale. But anyway, if she told him, I think Robin Arryn would take that as her lying to him and end up pushing her through the moon door. Like, yeah, or putting her in a moon cell. Like, yo. I think it would flip on her. I don't think that would be a very wise decision to do that. I think that Robin Arryn is Littlefinger's puppet. Just like many other characters are, I think Littlefinger has Robin Arryn on fucking lock. And I think that anything anybody tries to do to play Robin Arryn against Littlefinger will backfire on them. And Robin Arryn will use what little power he has to take them out. If Sansa did go to the Vale, she would definitely try to get Robin Arryn on her side, and one of those things she could do is by telling him that Littlefinger actually pushed her mom through the moon door. Daughter of Ice and Fire says, that's why I like your channel so much. You give your subscribers personal attention. Aw, thank you. I try. I know I can be a fucking dickhead sometimes, but I don't know. I'm also a nice guy too. You know what I mean? Okay, Daughter of Ice and Fire said, here's a word I could learn in Hebrew called sababa. It's slang for cool. Did I say that right? Sababa? It's all one word, so sababa. I think I said that right. Yo, I'm sababa as hell. I'm cool as hell. That's pretty oxymoronic. Extremely Rugged said Sansa and the Hound to marry and take over the Dreadfort. Sounds like a good idea. Who said that? I know that the Hound definitely is in love with Sansa. In the books, it's a little bit more clear. In the TV show, they kind of hint at it a little bit. But yeah, that would be insane. Who said that? And then Fizzy Food responds, but that would be cool because the Hound would protect his little bird and treat her like a lady. This is from Martin Lemon. Shout out to Martin Lemon. It's the first time I've seen, or Layman, I think. I'm not sure. First time I'm seeing you in my chat. Welcome to the gang, buddy. And he says, question, what are your thoughts on Allery appearing next? I don't understand your question. I don't understand that question. I'll try to come back to that. Maybe if you can retype it in the chat. John T. Savage says, how do you think Euron will die on the show? Euron will die You know what? I honestly would like him to make it to season 8 and we get to see him fighting the White Walkers, but he's not necessarily. I don't know. If he does die this season, which he probably will, because they pretty much shit on his character. They realize that, so they're going to be getting rid of the Sand Snakes, just like they screwed that up, and they're going to be getting rid of them. So I think, or that's what they did in season 5. They completely screwed up Dorne's storyline, so that's why they had it basically explode at the beginning of season 6. I think they realized they fucked up with Euron, and I think he's going to die probably in a really uneventful way. Either Cersei will betray him, and like the first chance he gets, maybe after he does the only thing she needs him to do, and then she realizes that she won't be able to control him and manipulate him like she does her children and, you know, other people. So I think she'll probably have him killed, or he'll die in his second encounter with Daenerys when she's actually ready to fight him. That's my prediction for Euron's death. Unless he makes it to the end, and we get to see him fighting the White Walkers. Fizzy Fruit said we need some really good sex scenes. Martin Lehman says, will Rickon and Hodor become whites? I've been saying since the Watch the Door episode, since we didn't necessarily see him die, but he did die, and he's left there with a whole bunch of other whites. I think what's going to happen is he's going to come back as a white, and he's going to fuck shit up, and Bran will then work into his mind, because, I mean, if Bran can work someone who's mentally challenged, he can obviously work a zombie or a white that, you know, is mindless. And then Bran will work him, and then he'll make him start doing even more damage to the White Walkers. I don't know, but I definitely think Hodor will be coming back as a white. Rickon, no, definitely not. He's going to be buried in the Crypts of Winterfell. And he was also, people tend to forget this. A lot of people were saying that Rickon was going to become a white. He died south of the Wall. So, or not Rickon, but Rickon died south of the Wall, so he's safe, and he's going to be buried underneath Winterfell. It was, One Wegdar 1-1, which is his book name, the Giant 1-1. A lot of people were saying that he was going to become a white, and no, he died south of the Wall, pretty far south. He died like right inside Winterfell, as a matter of fact. So no, his body's gonna be burned. But yeah, to answer your question, what the fuck did I just do? Jesus Christ! Excuse my language. I'm sorry. All right, so yeah. Rickon, definitely not. Hodor, definitely will become a white. This is from John T. Savage, and he says, do you think Beric and Jon will talk to each other? What do you mean? Beric Dondarrion and Jon? Definitely. I think Beric, since he's the leader of the Brotherhood, I think he's going to be the one that talks to Jon to let them know what their plans are. Like, he's going to be the one to tell them, like, look, man, we're here to fight for you. You know, your father basically was the one who made me start this Brotherhood. We kind of lost our way a little bit, but we're here, and we're here to help you out. You know what I mean? Type little type situation like that. See, next question. Oh. Okay, so you spread it out over 3 things. Okay, so do I think Beric and Jon will talk to each other this season about being undead? So basically, we can kind of get a confirmation of the afterlife. It's nothingness, rather, like how there's nothing there. I like that. That's a really good, we'll get a little bit more insight. I could totally see that happening. I think that will happen later on after, like, they've kind of made their plans about what they're going to do for meeting Daenerys, what they're going to do about the whites in general and trying to get more help, because obviously they know that they're severely outnumbered. I think that could be a conversation that takes place later. Like, hey, man, you died and were brought back by a Red Priestess. I died and was brought back by a Red Priest. What the fuck's the common link there? And they're both going to be like, well, there is no afterlife. It's just nothingness. So that should be pretty interesting. And I also think that Beric can give Jon a little bit of knowledge about how, in the books it's more of a thing. But every time Beric comes... Well, no, I guess it kind of is in the show too. But every time Beric comes back, he basically loses a part of himself. Like, he's not the same. So, obviously, that happened to Jon. Jon was immediately a little bit more stern before because he executed Ollie. Like, I wanted him to fucking behead Ollie because I wanted to see that. Ollie, not only did she fucking kill Ygritte, He's a little bastard man for killing Ygritte, but he also was the final stab to Jon Snow. So fuck Ollie. Hashtag fuck Ollie. It's like we're bringing it back from season 6, dude. Fuck Ollie. But no, I think that was already like a little bit of foreshadowing, showing you that Jon's changed. He hung a child immediately. No trial or anything. Obviously, he didn't need to give him a trial. They had just stabbed the shit out of him, and he was kind of done with it. But that was part of it. And he was ready to quit the Night's Watch. Like, he's like, I gave my fucking life for this, and you guys betray me. You know what I mean? So, yeah. I think that could be awesome. I think they definitely will talk to each other about how they both died and came back. And I think that that's going to be useful to Jon in the sense that he has someone else to share his feelings about it. Maybe it can humanize it a little bit more, like saying, like, look, man, you know, this is this and that is that. Chris Fellow said, Con of Ice and Fire is this weekend in Virginia. Yeah, I know, I saw that. I'm not sure what Con of Ice and Fire is, though. I saw, I saw how much it was, and I was like, yo, you know, I might be able to do this, but I don't know. Oh my God, I have not seen this person in my motherfucking chat or comment section in a while. Shout out to Ivan Shishmanov. I haven't seen you since like last year. Where the hell you been at, buddy? You've been waiting until I did a live stream so you can hop back on the live stream and come and talk to me? I don't know, but yeah. Davos, Azor Ahai? I don't think so. I mean, Davos will be a part of the collaborative effort to, you know, like, helping to fulfill Azor Ahai's purpose. I think if Azor Ahai is not Jon or Daenerys directly, it's going to be just a title given to the whole group of people that are actively trying to kill whites. And by the way, my question for you, buddy, is where the hell you been at? Where you been at? Pooh Bear with me. What do you think of the theory that the Game of Thrones timeline is in the really distant future instead of the Middle Ages past? Like in a post-apocalyptic future on Earth? I kind of covered that towards like, let's see, we've been doing this for like 2 hours. It was back at like the hour and 10-minute mark. I talked about that a little bit. And I'm like, these questions are from 11:35, so I needed to pick this shit up because it's 11:52 now. I'm like way behind on these questions. Q&A, do you think Melisandre is a faceless man? No. Before I go to work, question from Dom Peterson. You think the Hound and Arya are going to meet up at the end of the season? Man, the look on her face will be priceless. I think they will meet up, and I think it'll be pretty early on. I think they're basically headed in the same direction. I think that they're going to all merge at Winterfell. I have a serious question. This is from Daughter of Ice and Fire. I have a serious question, and no one gave me a full answer. In the books, when Jon dies, everybody keeps saying Jon's last word is ghost, but I also heard him say stick him with a pointy end. What was your question? Did you write it in a follow-up comment? Are you saying what was his last words? I think that's what you're saying. Oh, damn, I can't even remember the chapter number. Fuck. It's like chapter fucking is this not the one that quotes? No, this is not the wiki. I mean, I've always thought his last words were ghost, and that's why everyone thinks that he worked in a ghost. And that's why everyone thought that he was going to work in a ghost on the TV show. But y'all were wrong. I don't know. I got to look that up. I'll do a little bit more research. I don't think Jon says stick him with the pointy end. I thought that was Bowen Marsh or someone else saying that who was stabbing him. I don't know if that was Jon. I don't know why Jon would encourage himself to be stabbed. That would be insane. I don't know, though. I have to look that up. I'm not really sure. This is from Philip Wright, who I have never seen here before. Shout out to Philip, or maybe I have, I don't know. Shout out to Philip Wright. What's up, buddy? His question is, if you were to pick 7 characters to represent the Faith of the Seven surviving the War of the Dawn, who would they be and why? Shout out to this guy for making a fucking hard question. Appreciate it. I guess, yeah. You know what? I'm going to cheat. Because I have the computer with me, and that's what I can do. If you ask me that hard of a question, good sir, well, it's only fair that I can actually look up, because I know there's the Mother, the Maiden. Yeah, I'm going to look up all of the Faith of the Seven, just so I can do that properly. And then I'll give you your answer, good sir. Good sir! I don't want to see its history in the show. I just want to know... There we go. Alright, so the father, the mother, the warrior, the maiden, the smith, the crone, and the stranger. Okay, so the father... You know what? I'm either going to have to go with... Technically, he's not a character in the show. I'm either going to have to go with Aegon the Conqueror because he pretty much united all of Westeros, or Ned Stark because Ned Stark is the father of some of the main characters in the book. Some of the characters who are affluent and ones who we all wish for. Affluent. Is that right? I don't think that's the right word. The mother, Catelyn Stark, obvious choice because she's made references to the mother. She's like sewing. There's one point where she's making a little talisman kind of sort of thing. It looks like a dream catcher. She's making it for Bran because she is not sure how, or I guess Cersei. Cersei might fit that. I know we all don't like her, but she's constantly talked about how her one redeeming quality is a love for her children. And if you have children and you're a woman, you're obviously a mother. So yeah. For the warrior, shit, the Mountain, bro. The Mountain all the fucking way. Either the Mountain or, if I don't really, I'm behind by like 20 questions, so I don't really have time to go into too much detail about, why I'm picking these characters. But, let's say the Mountain, because he's obviously a fucking warrior. He, definitely represents strength in battle. Let's see, second choice for the warrior would probably be Sir Arthur Dayne. Maybe even, I don't know, that might be reaching too much. I was going to say Barristan Selmy, but I don't know. So if I had to pick one of those two, I'll say, the Mountain. The Maiden, that's definitely Sansa, all the way. The Smith, probably Gendry, for sure. The Crone, representing wisdom. We can say Bloodraven / Bran. So, the original Bloodraven and then Bran. The Stranger, fucking hands down Arya goddamn Stark. All the fucking way. She is death. She literally is Lady Death. And you know what? In the upcoming Avengers movie, Lady Death is the one who starts, is like, if they're following the comic books anyway, Thanos wipes out pretty much all of existence to try to appeal or make himself more attractive to Lady Death. So yeah, I don't know. I felt like talking about Marvel stuff. I love comic books. Why the hell is my fucking stream not in 1080p? That's annoying, dude. I'm uploading in 1080p. It should be in 1080p. But instead, it's 720p, 60 FPS. That makes no fucking sense. Alright. This probs person. Like, come on, dude. We almost made it. We almost made it through this whole damn stream without having someone fucking troll. I'm gonna look at you. You know what? People don't do this. When you have someone trolling you, go and look at their channel and see if they're a real fucking account before you block them. Because sometimes that'll give away all that you need to know. And, sometimes they upload videos themselves and you could, talk shit about them or something. I don't know. Let's see. Person who just wrote pussy nigga bitch in my fucking chat. Let's see. Let's see what your videos are, dude. You got... Oh, so you play video games. Oh, cool, dude. Good shit, bro. Whatever. So yeah, I'll probably be blocking you now. Let's see. Can I do that from my phone? Where you at, dude? There you are. I didn't want to do it, but you fucking made me do it, bro. Shit. Alright, so what question was on? That's a good question. I just skimmed over one from Bonnie Bone. You got some really good questions, dude. Planet Terror. Yeah. Thank you, Dom. You caught that one. Grindhouse. Philip Wright. Oh, I just answered that one. Hopefully you liked my answer to that. Bonnie Bone. This was the question I was saying was really good. What would your house's signature means be of killing? Like the moon door, flaying, etc., etc. Honestly, if I was a house in Westeros, House Hunt, or House Hunter, whatever is my last name, it would be hunting. Like what we would do is we would fuck with you. You know, we wouldn't necessarily be considered evil or good because that wasn't the question. But our signature way would be to kind of, I guess I'm stealing this from Ramsay a little bit, but we'll, if you're innocent, you're innocent. We'll let you go. But if you're guilty, we'll do our own version of a trial by combat. Basically, I'll take me and 3 of my other like brothers / cousins who are all really good at hunting because it's our last name. We'd let you go in the woods. We would let you have a weapon. We would let you a sword. We'll let you have a sword. And we'll give you enough food for one night. We'll also give you a full day head start, but we'll catch you and we'll kill you. That's our way. We'll hunt you the fuck down and murder you. We'll let you think that you're getting away. But then just right when you get away, we pop up out of nowhere and we stab you in your fucking face. That'd be my signature way, or my house's signature way of killing, if I had to. This is from Cayman, and he or she just says Ice Dragons 2K17. Are you talking about like NBA 2K17? Will there be Ice Dragons in that basketball game? I don't know. I'd actually said earlier how that's like one of my least favorite theories, but there's like a 70, I'll say there's like a 50 to a 60% chance of that happening in season 7. This question is from Jillian Klein Derlot. Shout out. First time I've seen you in my chats. Or no, it isn't. I'm an idiot. Just answer the question, okay? She says, how's the GoFundMe campaign coming along? Well, let me bring it up for you. I definitely didn't type that in right. It's coming along pretty freaking awesome, actually. Shit, how do I sign in? I never signed in on the webpage. I just downloaded the app, so it's really easy for me to do it there. Okay, here we go. Hang on a second. I don't want you guys to see my information. Try and be sneaky there. Oh shit. Whoops, wrong one. It's like, yeah, once I make myself disappear, you guys can't see my password, right? Because that's how that fucking works. No. Jackass. I'm cursing at myself. Sorry, not you guys. So yes, this is answering the question of how my GoFundMe is coming along, and I'm actually gonna bring it up bring the page up right now. I think I typed that in right. All right, so yeah, here we go. Let's see. There. So we are at $75. The total is for 800. So it's coming along, and I actually have the reason why my total is like not a lot higher was because I was originally planning on driving. So obviously using gas is a little bit cheaper than airfare, especially with my 4-cylinder gas efficient car. But one of my Patreons actually had frequent flyer miles, and she purchased my tickets. So I'm pretty much going. Obviously, if I'm not able to raise enough money, I won't go because I have part of it for savings, which is why I said the total is not a lot higher because this shit is expensive. You have to pay to get in for all 3 days, so that's $150. You have to pay $75 for the autographs of the people that I want. Obviously, I want Ramsay and Carice, Melisandre. I want their autographs, so that's another $150. So that's $300 alone, right? And that's just to get in the door and to get the 2 autographs I want. That's not including food or, cab fare from getting to the hotel that I'm staying at to the place. I can't stay at that block rate hotel that they had the thing for. For one, it was $167 a night, and for 2, they're sold out. So that was $300 out of the $800 already. So that leaves me with $500 left from the GoFundMe if that gets filled up, and that other $500 is to cover room and board, part of the room and board, and also all the merchandise. Like, I don't want to go there and just go stand in line, get these people autographs, and not be able to do shit. You know what I mean? I want to be able to vlog the entire experience, and not necessarily vlog the entire experience because that's not what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to make a video of the panel, like of the entire panel, and then I'll probably live stream from the event itself. So I can literally be in line waiting to go see Melisandre. I'll pick my phone up and I'm like, hey guys, it's fucking Mel right behind me. You guys can see this? You guys can see this? Yeah. But yeah, so it is, to answer your question, long story short, it is coming along. It is very much so coming along. I honestly did not think that I would already have $75 on it. I honestly didn't think that anyone was going to donate to me, but they did. And shout out to, there was actually a new one, a new person that had donated. I'm going to go ahead and give all of them a proper shout out right now. And if you want to, you can go, you can actually click the link in this video description. It's down there right below. You can go donate to that if you want to. Or like I was telling everyone else, all of my revenue, which, mind you, I have not gotten a paycheck from YouTube since last December. So all of the revenue that I have made, saved up, like you have to hit $100 threshold to even get a paycheck every month for YouTube. And honestly, it's my fault. I stopped putting out content, and then when I did put out content, it was really sporadically, and I never made enough. Like, I didn't make the $100 threshold. So they basically hold your money until you make that $100, and then they pay you. So all the money that I make from my YouTube channel, from like pretty much once I first get a paycheck this year up until the event, I'm going to be putting towards that as well. And I also have $100 saved up for my own personal money. But yeah, proper shout outs to the people who donated to the GoFundMe. Let me find that app on my phone. Special thank you to Lynn, special thank you to Joe, and special thank you to Carrie. I want to thank you all so much. Y'all are making this happen. Con of Thrones is going down. And it's cool because, I'm not, whatever. I was just going to say I'm not used to people doing shit like that for me. That's insane. Okay, so the last question I answered was, how is... Mind blown. Fuck Ollie. Yeah, dude. Fuck Ollie. Hashtag fuck Ollie. Oh, Fizzy, I miss saying bye to you. Alright, well, I'll see you in the next one. Where was I at? Okay. Let's see. I was skipping around, all types of skipping around. Okay, this is from Pooh Bear with Me, and she says, "Is that Lem Lemon Cloak's cape that the Hound is wearing in the official photo for season 7? It could be. He stole his shoes, if I'm not mistaken. He took a pair of his shoes and was like, give me these shits. So that could be. Let's see. Sandor. Anyone else think it's ironic that Sandor and Hodor? Nah, I think that was more of a yellowish color, but I guess it could be. I guess it could have gotten darker. It looks like he's still wearing his outfit from last year, so yeah. Maybe. Next question. This is from John T. Savage, and he says, what do you think of the theory that Jorah is Azor Ahai? Note the prophecy says that he has to have the blood of the dragon. But this doesn't necessarily mean he has to be a Targ, just that he has to have the blood of one. What if Jorah stabs Dany and has the blood of the dragon on his sword? Well, I'm sure if you trace back House Mormont far enough, they probably screwed a Targaryen somewhere in there. Like almost every major house in Westeros can be linked back to having some sort of similar ancestor with either a Valerian or a Valerian, meaning like that house, not or a Targaryen. Somewhere in the line, whether it was a cousin, a fucking brother, it's somewhere in your history. If you're a great house of Westeros, you're related to the Targaryens. I don't really think that, like I was saying, I don't think Azor Ahai is going to go to one person in particular. And if it does, it's definitely Jon or Daenerys. They couldn't go any other way. The story would not make sense if they did. I mean, it would make sense, but you know what I mean. I know Jorah has shown, that he's definitely worthy. I think, if anything, he's going to be a part of the group that, is meant to play the role of Azor Ahai and leading Westeros from the long nights, or the saving Westeros from a long night. And Jillian asked John a question. Did you see Matt Pat's video about that? And I think you're talking about the film theorist. Those guys are fucking awesome. And I subscribed to their channel, and then I saw their Westworld video about how they think that Westworld is underwater in a fucking dome, and that was like, that was almost as ridiculous as my fake Tyrion head on Sir Robert Strong's body, him killing Cersei equals Valonqar. That was almost as bad as that. My theory was worse than their theory, but the theory, there's no fucking way that Westworld and Samurai World and Rome World are all in an underwater dome. That's fucking ridiculous. I think that's what you were talking about, but that question wasn't for me. That was for John. Daughter of Ice and Fire said, listen to the audiobooks and send me your answer. Thank you for all your answers. It's been fun. Have to go do it again soon. All right, I'll see you around, my lady. This is from Michael Galacia. I think I said that right. Shout out, dude. Welcome to the chat. Just a question, Sir Hunt. In the TV show, Season 6, Episode 10, the alliance between Dorne and Highgarden occurred between Lady Olenna and the Mother of the Sand Snakes. Has an alliance like this happened during Aegon's conquest? I think you meant Aegon's conquest. Yeah, no, you say that right underneath. I think Lady Olenna mentions it. She said the last time a Tyrell was in Highgarden, if I'm not mistaken, it was one of the... I mean, there was never really an alliance between Dorne and not King's Landing, and Westeros. Honestly, it was kind of just like they decided to stop attacking each other. The Targaryens had lost enough people, and I think they sent down... someone down. They basically made a truce, and that's how Dorne ended up joining the Seven Kingdoms, or joining the fold, like, on Dorne's own decision, they decided to do that. But to answer your question, I don't think we have the time to see another alliance. Wait, no, that wasn't your question. Your question was if there was an alliance like this during... No, there wasn't. Thomas Bates says, listening to the audiobook right now, way better than the TV show. Except for the fact that in the TV show, you get to see boobs a lot. But other than that, yes, the storyline is better. Obviously, the books are always better than whatever. Source material, usually 90% of the time, is better than the adaptation. when it comes to Game of Thrones, you know, I'm not even gonna say that because that'll be bashing Dan and Dave, and I don't want to do that. This one's from A. Marie. What's up, A. Marie? She says, "Hey, Mr. Mark, I was wondering if you could possibly make a short video about Daenerys' mother." How am I supposed to answer that? I guess yes, I will. Eventually, you know, I'm doing, what is it? Shit. Oh, this doesn't count. But the past week, I've released a video every day for the past week. So, you know, after this live stream, I'm taking a few days off. My next video should be up either Saturday or Sunday. But I also have to work coming up this weekend, so that's another reason why I'm not going to be doing videos over these next few days. But yes, I will. I will eventually get to one of those. Just remind me. Just, like, spam me in my comment section or remind me to do it, you know? Let's see. And A. Marie's favorite statement is that she's been here since I had 276 subscribers. I know. I don't forget. I never forget. I'm like a fucking elephant. I'm just kidding. That was probably weird as shit if you're just now joining this live stream. Hello? Will you be my friend? If you'll be my friend, I'll keep streaming. No, I'm just kidding. All right, let's see. Michael says, like the stream and subscribe to your channel, Sir Hunt. Thank you, sir. Welcome to the fucking family. Well, not the fucking family. Welcome to the family. Bonnie Bone said, "Do I need a date for the con?" I don't know what that means. You know what they say about Nashville? What happens in Nashville follows you back because you're a YouTuber and you filmed everything. No, I'm just kidding. Don Patterson says, "Yo, when you meet Mel at the Game of Cons, look her in her eyes and say the line." I see. Oh, dude, that would be fucking perfect. And I'm sorry if I just blew up your ears with how loud my microphone just got. Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny. He wants me to look her dead in the eyes and go, "I see eyes of different color. Eyes looking back at me. Eyes that you will shut forever." Oh, my God, dude. I would lose it. I wouldn't be able to keep a straight face. But, nah, it's probably going to go something like this. Let me see. What can I use for Melisandre? All right. Here we go. I have an idea. All right, so let's just say this right here. This is Melisandre, okay? This is me waiting in line. Shit, I don't even want to turn my camera because it's gonna fuck up. All right, so yeah, this is me waiting in line, like for hours to see Melisandre. Oh my God, I'm about to do it. All right, and then this is me walking up to go see her, and I'm like, shit, is the camera right? All right. "Hey, Mel, I just want to take a picture. Honk, honk." I'm just kidding. I'm not going to grab her boob. I promise I won't grab her boob. I freaking promise. Yeah. I don't know. But that line, God, that would be fucking hilarious. And you know what? Just so that nothing embarrassing happens to me, like I don't have bad breath or anything else, I'm going to bring like 20 packs of gum with me. And I looked at Carice Van Outen's pictures. Well, obviously, I follow her on Twitter and shit, and she posts pictures from when she was younger, which, mind you, I don't mind the age difference. Who gives a shit? But yeah, nah, I would love to meet her. I'm really excited about it, and I think it will be hilarious if I do say that line. If I like go to her and I look her dead in the eyes, she probably might be a little bit off put. She'll be like, "Why the fuck is this guy doing this? Is he gonna try to stab me or something?" But I'll say something funny. I'll say something funny and clever. Or the complete opposite. I'll clam up like a little bitch because she's a famous celebrity and women are my freaking weakness. And I'll just be like, "Hello, hello, Carice. I'm like your biggest fan. Hi." You know what I mean? Like, say something. Honestly, I want to get it to where I'll go up to her and I'll be like, "Hey, oh my God, I'm a huge fucking fan of you on the show. You're amazing. You're so beautiful. Can you take a picture with me?" And she'll be like, "Well, you just paid your $75, so yeah, let's get this." And I'll lean in and I'll be like, and maybe she'll smell me and I smell really good. And she's like, you know, I don't know. Did she already have the baby? Is she still pregnant? If she's not still pregnant, she might come hang out with us at the bar in the Con of Thrones and we can all get drunk together and you never know what happens. She's on my celebrity list. So yes, I do have a girlfriend, but she's on my list of celebrities that if I were ever given a chance, it's like a freebie, okay? My girlfriend has Daniel fucking Radcliffe on her list. So she kind of shoots a little bit, you know. I'm not saying that Carice Van Outen is in my league, but I'm saying I picked a little bit more, you know, like, everybody knows that Harry's with Jenny, and he's not going to cheat on Jenny. You know, Carice is with Guy Ritchie. You know, Guy Ritchie's kind of an ugly mug. He makes really good fucking movies, though. One of my favorite British movies is Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. And that is your boy, Guy Ritchie. That is your boy. All right, let me, like, stop ignoring this chat. I actually need a fucking cigarette, like, really bad. Really bad. I need to go smoke. But there's no way for me to continue this stream outside, so, that's not happening. All right, so... Michael, no problem, bro, no problem. This one's another good one from Bonnie Bone. House Hunter, what house will you marry into, and who do you marry your sister to? Okay, so first off, if I was an actual house in Westeros, I would be, like, one of the top houses, so it would really be what house would be marrying into mine. And, let's see, if this is a fictional world in which I am an actual character in Game of Thrones and I have a house and I'm the head of the house and I get to choose who I marry my sister off to, well, I'd be marrying into the fucking Targaryens, or I would be hooking up with Daenerys, or, you know, I'd settle for Sansa. I'm just kidding. Settle. She's gorgeous. Either House Stark, House Targaryen, or, you know what? Let's just say something crazy. House Reed. Let's see how Mira's doing. We both got curly hair. Our kids would probably look 100% white, but have, like, fucking curls everywhere. I don't know. Be a curly damn family. My girlfriend has really curly hair. And it's funny because she's like a redhead, like a natural redhead, so she's super pale, and people see us walking. One time, she actually went to the barbershop with me, and of course, I go to I say it down here, because that's the truth. There's like mad different types, but I took her to a black barbershop, and the fucking barber in the first chair, like not even the person who was cutting my hair, he goes, "Is that your brother?" I was like, "Are you fucking shitting me, dude? We look nothing alike. Like, literally, we look nothing alike." Here, I have a picture of her right here. We look nothing alike. Like, nothing alike. I don't know if you guys can see that, but we don't look anything alike at all. Not even, like, the same nose or the same face shape. She's, like, a foot shorter than me. The guy, I think the guy was trying to hit on her, and he just was, like, trying to figure out if she had a boyfriend, and he wanted to say something funny. So he's like, "Is that your brother?" Fuck no, that's not my sister, dude. Why the fuck would I bring my sister to me with the barbershop? I'm a grown-ass man. Like, what the fuck? But, yeah, anyway. So, yes, I would marry into... I guess I'll just pick House Targaryen. I would marry... Or no, sorry, it was House Reed. So I could marry Mira. And then who I would marry my siblings off to, or my sister off to, I would marry her off to probably House Baratheon. I know that, like, see, and that's the thing. What part of Westeros history are you talking about? Do I get to pick from these houses? Because if we're talking 100 years ago, well, I'm marrying Targaryen all the way, and she's marrying into the Targaryen family too. We want those kids with the silver hair and the fucking purple eyes. This next question is from Michael, and I'm gonna be wrapping this stream up at 12:30 because that's 2.5 hours, and no one's already gonna watch this because it's way too long anyway. But yeah, says, will the Great War be engagements all around Westeros or just one, i.e. the Wall? Well, I think the main battle, or the main Great War, will definitely be not necessarily just at the Wall, but up north. I don't know if the White Walkers can make it down to King's Landing and Jon and everyone else who's up north not be killed. I guess they could escape on a boat on Dragonback, and then maybe they want to make their new defensive spot King's Landing. And if that's the case, then the Great War would be in 2 different places. But I don't see it taking place all over Westeros. I think it's going to be, mainly up north and then maybe down to King's Landing if that's where they want to film the next one at. John T. Savage, do you like the theory that Arya will go west of Westeros when all this is over, never to be seen again? Well, that's not necessarily a theory. It's like something that she said. I like the idea of that, and then that would be like the spinoff or something. I mean, I would like to see. Usually, everyone on the show talks about the Far East, and I think furthest east is Ahai. So if she went the opposite direction, that'd be cool to see what the fuck is over there. What's up, Denny D? So this was gonna be the last question, and it's from Bonnie Bone, and then I'm gonna be wrapping this video up. And anybody who's just joining in now, please go back and watch. Also, there are no doubt. Was saying you're welcome to Michael. But yeah, Bonnie said, "Will I start a petition to get the last 2 episodes of season 6 shown in theaters?" If they don't do it this season, which I think they would have already done it if they were going to, I think either season 7 or season 8, they're gonna do it again. They did the test run back in season 4, and honestly, those 2 episodes were fucking awesome to see at IMAX. And yeah, I didn't go see them at IMAX because I wasn't even watching the show when that happened. But I would love to actually get to do that. What I did was bought a projector for like $80 and played the show on the wall out in my living room. It was like, hey, look, I'm at the fucking IMAX event. Like, yeah, I made it. Nah, yeah. I would love to do that. That'd be insane. You just like start a petition to get them like so they have to do it. I think it's more, if anything, it's just about money. It's all about money. That's money makes the world go round. So if they were maybe offered enough money, they would do it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I would even start a petition to do that. Okay, so this is the last question, and I've actually already answered that. Do you think we've seen the last of Daario? No. Daario is a stowaway on Daenerys' ship. But with that being said, shit, what am I gonna do here? All right, so what I'll do? Let's see, I'll do this. I'm going full screen on you all. All right, well, I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you were just now tuning in, please go back and rewatch in the video. My name's Mark. I really enjoyed this 2.5 hour live stream Q&A. It's been a lot of fun. I want a special thank you. My phone just went off. What the hell? That's crazy. Special thank you to Amber Littlefield for your super chat donation. It is going towards the Con of Thrones, and if you would like to donate to my Con of Thrones GoFundMe, all you gotta do is click the link down in the video description. My name's Mark. I really enjoyed this Q&A session. I hope you all enjoyed it too. Please slap a like on this video, leave a comment down below. If you would like to enter my contest to win, look, I'll show it this time since it's a live stream. If you would like to enter my contest to win this bad motherfucker right here, all you have to do is click like, leave a comment down below, subscribe to me here on YouTube, and go over on Twitter and follow me at Mark_Ivorytone. My name's Mark, and this has been Sir Hunt's. This is a lot easier than making a video because it was only 2 hours instead of 6. Reviews. I'll see you all another time.